Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans and media teams, welcome to the official Legacy Boxing Promotions Media Day and Face-Off right here at this premium venue, the Moonshine Menlyn right here. Also, at where the event is going to be happening, the boxing event at the Sunbet Arena in Pretoria, South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, get excited. This is the day we've all been waiting for. For the very first time, the boxers will be coming face to face with each other as we lead up to the 1st of May right here at the Sunbet Arena for the WBC title defense. The very first time on South African soil between Serhiy Radchenko and the KO King, Kevin Lerena. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed, please allow me the honor of introducing the main organizers on stage for the reckoning. A powerful team with a winning vision. Please welcome the Sunbet COO, Devalt Man. And the head of Legacy Boxing Promotions, the man that's making this all happen. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Devalt Man. And I'm also going to take this opportunity to hijack one of the guys who represent one of our big sponsors, Tigris Wealth. Please welcome Ashley. Ashley, please join us on stage. Let's give him a big round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that for reckoning, it will be sanctioned by Boxing South Africa. And from Boxing South Africa, we have our manager, outing manager, Dr. Ramahole, and also overseeing the event, Dr. Selepe is also here. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. Finally, we are here. We have our board on stage with me. I'm going to start with Mr. Man. Mr. Man looking very smooth today. Second time we're meeting you here at the Sunbet Arena, or just outside the Sunbet Arena. We're here at the very, very beautiful Moonshine Menlyn. Like I said, you look very, very good. Not the first time we're meeting here today. How has things been leading up to today? We have our media here, our media teams. Very, very first time we have all the boxers on the venue. Electricity is very, very high. Stakes are high. You know, you can feel the tension in the air. How does it feel for you having this momentous occasion happening here?
No, it feels great. Very excited to hear the boxers share their opinions of each other. Very thankful for the media to coming out here and on this public holiday and covering this exciting event. Now, we're trying to do something good here, bring boxing back to South Africa. South Africa is a fighting nation. We're going through some ups and downs, and you know, this is a sort of event that really shows South Africans that spirit of South Africa, that resilience, that ruggedness, and we're very excited to be able to host it. I'm very thankful to Devalt and to our sponsors and to all the people who are helping us put this event together, and to the whole Sunbet team for all their hard work. But thanks, guys, really, to make this real thing for the boxers. We can see how much it means, and I think you'll see when the support isn't on the event how much it means to South Africans.
Thank you so much, Mr. Man. We can see how much it means, of course, having this momentous occasion happening here at the Times Square Sunbet Arena. On to the head promoter for Legacy Boxing Promotions, Devalt. Man, it's very exciting being here. We had a chat before that we went live, and you know, you gave us a speech. It was awe-inspiring, and looking at you as a leader and the person who's all made this happening, it's almost a feeling of a completely new player in the sport, but also taking over completely as well. Tell us what it's been like leading up to today. We still haven't had the day of reckoning. It's happening on the 1st of May, but leading on up to that, there's been so much high energy, especially from you. How does it feel?
Yeah, Khotso, and you know, it's great to have you here as well. You always look phenomenal, and what you do for the boxing fraternity is phenomenal. But I think first of all, you know, the bell is sound. You know, we have Fight Week is here. What an unbelievable experience this is going to be not only for boxing, it's going to be a great win for boxing, but also a phenomenal opportunity for our country to really celebrate the rich history of our fighting culture. And, it would only be fair to, first of all, there's so many people to thank, but I think it's so important that we just quickly recognize everybody, from Sunbet, Gideon, led by Simon and you, and your team has been absolutely extraordinary. The way you got behind boxing is simply just commendable, and it's relationships like this that would make this sport great. And we're really thankful, from Kiuri to Gavin, to Adam, to Jeff, every single body in that team. Well done. It's been incredible. You guys have allowed us to dream bigger, but also to deliver just beyond expectations. So thank you very much. Let's get a round of applause for Sunbet, guys. And then I think, we've got tier 1 sponsors and anchors, and what Gold Star Promotions, Spencer Brown, and Tyson Fury has done for us, contributing towards the show, is incredible. They got behind Kevin for this, and we're so privileged for that. It is phenomenal, and we really feel blessed to have had that. And then ultimately, Commodore, the invaluable contributions, Nico, the COO of Commodore Defense, been unbelievable what the team has mustered up. I'm so proud of all of you. And then again, Miller Services, we've got 947 on board, SuperSport for broadcasting and live. We cannot wait for this to be showcased on the World of Champions. It is just so thrilling and exciting. I cannot wait. DJ, maybe you got to up the music a little bit so we feel the party vibe in here while we do this, if you can, if you can't. But other than that, a very, very, very close friend of mine, Ashley Lartz, the CEO of Tigris Wealth. Your partners are here, Rudy and Mark. I just want to say to you, Ashley, our friendship has been profound. It's been deep. It's been incredible. But what you do for boxing as a whole, you're also a main sponsor of Kevin Lerena. You've got beautiful relationships with so many high-level sports stars, and your heart has always been in that place where you really want to celebrate true South African legacy. And for getting behind this show, getting behind us, look, you didn't really have an option. I was going to come get you, but I want to just say thank you for not only your generosity, but also doing it in the spirit that has just been so awakening. It really means a lot, and I appreciate you so much. So from our side, I just want to thank you humbly. And yeah, guys, today is all about the boxers. It's important that we get and rally behind every single person here. It is so important that we celebrate not only the South African legacy, but all of the countries that's represented here today. From Ukraine to Namibia to Malawi. Guys, there are so many talented guys that's going to come up and showcase their excellence come 1 May. The bell has rung. It is time to get alive, and it's time to go. So from our side, from a promoter's point of view, it's been an absolute joy. Super easy to do with a talented team like Sunbet and the Commodore and the Legacy team. And we just cannot wait.
Yes, indeed. All right, so you're hearing from the boss man over there. 12 fights. 24 boxers, ladies and gentlemen, 24 warriors. And of course, it's going to be happening on the 1st of May for the reckoning. Before we begin and we introduce the fighters, fight fans, are you ready to meet the fighters? All right, okay, well, we have a gentleman over here who looks like a boxer as well. Ashley from Tigris. Ashley, I'm going to pick your mind a little later on, but I'd like to just ask you, what parts do you play in terms of putting the legacy together, as well as the reckoning? Obviously, you've come in as a big player, as a sponsor. How does it feel being such a big player on the chessboard?
Yeah, thanks, Otto. It's a special event. This obviously, Devalt, my best mate, the main event. Kevin, one of my other best mates. So it's really humbling to be part of this, and we're really fortunate and very, very, very thankful for Devalt and the team getting us on board. And we really are. We're excited. The thing is, I believe that everybody wants to be a beast until they need to do what real beasts do, right? So we believe that you become the product of your environment. So I believe, like, Devalt doesn't just talk; he walks the walk as well. Incredible event, getting a sponsor like Sunbet Sunbet on a massive player, and yeah, that's quite incredible just to say that. So the thing is, I think come Thursday, public holiday, Workers' Day, I think Kev he'll arrive. That's what he does. It's what he does. You know what I'm saying? He'll come. He's the man that shines under the light, and I really think he will give the Ukrainian a very hard task for his money. He's gonna have it beaten up to him. So the thing is, I'm sure he's up for the task all the way from Ukraine. It's going to be a spectacle. Yeah, I believe Kev will get him out of there in the first 4, and let's see what happens. Yeah.
And I think just backstage when Ash and I had spoken, he's done so much, but I think he wants to make a quick announcement just from their side.
Yeah, so like I said, the thing is, Tigris Wealth, we do things totally different than the average run-of-your-mill financial advisory services. We've got a really, really unique offering, and we do stuff different, right? We definitely, when it comes to top-tier financial services, that's what we do. We're at the top of the charts, and we want to support boxing, support Devalt, support legacy promotion, and obviously support the event. So the thing is, what we're going to do for you guys is come and chat to my team. We're all here. So they're here in the black shirts, Tigris Wealth. We've got our stand here up front. So the thing is, come and give your name in. Let's set up a meeting with you guys. But the first 10 people that come, we'll give double tickets to the reckoning. We'll give away, and then we'll do a lucky draw for 3 VIP tables. Whoa. That is obviously quite a remarkable thing. It does cost a lot of money because it's a big time event. So the thing is, like we say, thank you for Devalt and Legacy Promotions helping us with a little bit of a discount there. Also, it would have hurt our pockets too much, but we're giving away 3 VIP tables. That's 10 on a table for you and your family and your friends and your loved ones to come and enjoy an evening of like really, really blitz boxing. So yeah.
Once again, how do they enter the competition or the draw?
So you just come and speak to our team here. There's a QR code. You scan the QR code. You put in your details, and we'll do the draw at the end of the day.
Nice. Well, okay, guys, you've heard. So let's give Tigris Wealth a big round of applause for their support. Absolutely amazing. Devalt, back to you this time. So now we are here. Finally, we have one more event before before the day of reckoning. However, you have brought us to a new venue. Tell us a little bit about this venue over here.
Oh, listen, Khotso, I can't tell you. It's just been such an incredible journey. And I think when you have the right attitude and approach towards life, you know, things just seem to really fall into place. And we bounced over to Moonshine. These guys were incredible. I think they even comped us the pizzas. So listen, good up to you guys for getting on board with us. It's really amazing the way that you've supported us and how easy it's been to really just engage with you guys. I just love the fact that there's a new energy. There's a new era in boxing at the moment. People are getting excited. People are getting really hungry for this. And what better way? Every single person I've met, from trainers to boxers to media, the way that the media has been treating us and just phenomenally exposed this in its true context. Our humble gratitude goes out to you guys. It's been simply remarkable. We've literally been coveted across all of the legacy media houses. So, yeah, it's fantastic. Moonshine got on board. This is it. Today's a great party. We're going to have the war of the words, right? It's the first time these guys have an opportunity to stare each other in the face since they've signed the contract. It is there. This is it. Literally cannot get bigger at the moment.
Absolute excitement all round. Okay, so we're not just at Moonshine Menlyn, we're also here at the Sun International Times Square Casino. So I'm going to ask Devalt to just give us a little bit, some information about the whole venue. I mean, we've got the casino, we've got the Sunbet Arena, we've got all the amenities and restaurants around here. Give us a little bit more about the venue.
Hi. So this is one of South Africa's biggest entertainment complexes. You know, as you mentioned, we've got the Sunbet Arena, 8,500 under roof, one of the biggest under roof arenas in the country, which is fitting for one of the biggest boxing events that South Africa's held in years and years and years. WBC title fights, bringing boxing back onto the big stage. I mean, we have to remember boxing was historically South Africa's second biggest sport by participation after football, and we want to bring that back. You know, the talent, the enthusiasm, that groundswell of almost underserviced resource and talent and participation, we're bringing it back to one of South Africa's best arenas. And obviously, we also have, if it tickles your fancy, we've got the casino floor. It's one of the biggest in the country, if I'm not mistaken, the second biggest in the country. It's one of the newest, this is one of the newest casino entertainment complexes that have been built in the country. And it's just simply a really, really great way to spend an evening, from food to all different forms of entertainment. Most of it won't, admittedly, compete with this 1st of May event, because that is the proper thrills, and we're going to see it when these boxers start talking to each other. But yeah, we're just so happy to bring it to and showcase it to the whole world, and to have it on channels 209 and 210 on the 1st of May. And yeah, the whole boxing on Sunbet Dokoza. If there is any of the permutations that you think you might have a little bit better insight and want to go against the bookies, well, on Sunbet Dokoza you can do that. But yeah, all different sorts of entertainments and thrills, all here at Sun International.
Okay, so we can watch the match and make lots of money at the same time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man from Sunbet, Mr. Man. All right, guys, so just one more question. We are here at Moonshine Menlyn. Is there a chance we're going to be having the after party here, maybe with the boxers?
Oh, listen, absolutely. Like Gideon's explained, the hospitality at Sun Arena and Times Square as a whole is just second to none. But I can absolutely tell you, Moonshine's going to be buzzing. Guys, a little secret. These floors were still vibing until 5 a.m. this morning. So if you really feel like having your dancing shoes on and you get an opportunity after the event to hop in, please come enjoy their hospitality. The crew here is super friendly. They're really on point, and it's going to be a massive party. And then, of course, at Traders as well, where we're hosting on the 30th of April on Wednesday, the physical weigh-ins, the official weigh-ins. So that's going to be unbelievable as well.
Certainly looking forward. Yes, indeed. That deserves a big round of applause. Looking forward to the weigh-ins. That's going to be very, very intense. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, the boxers are ready. Let's get to the action and introduce the fighters for the very first time. All right. Thank you for joining us on stage, to our promoters and our sponsors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our very first bout, the fighters. Please welcome JP Kahane versus Frank Kazadi Ilunga. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, thanks for having us.
How does it feel being here? You guys are opening the tournament, the very, very first tournament for Legacy Boxing Promotions, and it's you. How does it feel?
I'm very grateful for being involved in such a tournament. Thanks for Devalt for having me, the whole Legacy family. It's insane. It feels like a whole Vegas atmosphere here with the casino behind us. So I'm very excited to open up the day.
And Mr. Ilunga, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Welcome again. How does it feel being here? You're on a very, very big card. You're on the card that we're going to be having a WBC defense bout. How does it feel? It's absolutely massive.
I'm so happy, and I think Russian, I can't wait to see that day and be in the ring, especially where star Kevin Lerena is going to fight, and the fight same ring itself. So I'm happy for that.
Okay, I'm going to stay with you, champ. I'm going to ask you, how do you see the fight rolling out? Do you have any predictions for the fight?
Which, my fight or another fight? My fight.
Yes, sir.
I cannot talk too much because, that is my work, it's my business. So I think I'm waiting just for that day, and we're going to be in the ring and do that. So, yeah, I can't wait for that.
JP, do you have anything to say and reply to that?
No, I'm excited. I can't wait. See, he's keeping things in his pocket. I'm keeping things in my pocket. So I can't wait. Ready to go. It's going to be a real chess match, it seems like.
Any fight predictions? You are looking to take him out within the distance? Do you think you can?
I'm just trying to get the W, honestly. Just trying to get the W and on to the next.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our very first boxers. JP Kakane and Frank Kazadi Ilunga.
Yeah, guys, this is incredible, JP. I think you're also a local guy from Pretoria. Unbelievable. You get an opportunity to bounce this in front of the crowds. And I must commend Ilunga. He's taken this fight on a very short notice. We've had an injury that's just come into play. And he's literally taken the fight yesterday. Congratulations and thank you so much for doing that. That is a brave move and that shows a true athlete that's always ready. So this is going to be incredible. We're looking for that moment when you get into that ring, electrify all of the crowds that come to watch you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our very first face-off between the boxers.
Taking over. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? I'm ready to go. What you gonna do?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the very first bout for the reckoning. JP Kakane versus Frank Kazadi Ilunga.
That motivate you, that make you fly or just stop. Don't go along, then you realize you're looking at their ass and not a teardrop. Now who's alive?
Peace out, gentlemen.
You can't decide, so I'll be your guide. They were my one, they were being chosen. Now this is what it's like when worlds
We're looking forward to the day of reckoning with our very first fight. JP Kakane versus Frank Kazadi Ilunga.
You are a robot.
Up next, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ayabonga JJ Sonjika versus Sanele Maduna.
You know it's kinda hard just to get along today. Our subject isn't cool, but he thinks it anyway. He may not have a clue and he may not have style, but everything he lacks, well, he makes up in denial. So don't defame, play us right. You know the ring doesn't get it anyway.
Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling, champ?
Yeah, I'm excited to be part of this tournament. It's an honor to be fighting in this promotion.
I know you're a man of short words. How's preparation been so far?
Yeah, my preparation was so unique this time because I've been practicing the way I'm going to fight during the fights. I didn't just train just to stay fit. I was practicing because once man once said, you fight the way you practice. So my practice was 100%. I think you're going to see a lot of upgrade skill-wise, a lot of good footwork, and I won't say much.
Okay, we'll get back to you in terms of how you think the prediction is going to go. JJ,
yeah.
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. We've been seeing you on the media, on the socials. You've been very, very vocal leading up to the reckoning on the 1st of May. How does it feel now sitting there in front of our media teams? Is it coming now? Is it becoming a reality?
Afternoon, everyone. Firstly, thank you to everyone for coming. It's been, I think it's a dream coming true, or whatsoever I call him, because my guy out there has been calling for me for years and years and years. So when they said I'm fighting Sanele, but I didn't know which Sanele is, but now I'm seeing him here, I'm like, oh damn, it's really happening.
All right, so you say he's been calling you out for years and years. Do you feel that on the 1st of May is the time that we'll be settling the score?
I don't have any scores with him, he knows it. But you know, with boxing, you don't want to talk too much and say, put yourself under the pressure or anything. So let's wait and see on the 1st. But I'm telling you, something's going to happen.
Okay, so, and I really want to open the floor to the media. We will open the floor to a few questions to you. But I do want to ask Mr. Maduna, Sanele, you say we're going to see an upgrade version of you. Have you had time and have you had the opportunity to study JJ?
Yes, I've been studying him for a very long time because I've trained for this fight for 3 months straight. So basically, I've been studying him because even in his last fight, I was able to execute that his one dimension. So I have to come with an upgrade to confuse him during the fight.
Devalt, over to you. You have two very exciting, prolific fighters there in front of you. We're expecting, I think, a big firecracker from these two gentlemen. And do you have anything to say to them?
Listen, just sitting on here, I can actually feel the energy bouncing off from one another. And I think how amazing. I know JJ, absolute true professional, an Olympian, former Olympian, comes out of Sean's camp. Sean Smith, the Sunninghill Smith's gym. Unbelievably well coached, has come off an incredible and emphatic win just a few weeks ago at Kevin's show, the Aquila Boxing Promotions. And Sanella is hungry for this as well. This is going to be an absolute thing. These guys have been looking for each other for a long time. And we're just lucky that the taxi routes go in different ways here, because I think they've never been able to bounce into each other at a rank. But if it would have happened, it would have been real. And I can tell you now, these guys are ready to go, ready to fire. I know that we can always expect an incredible professional show from JJ. I know Sanele, this guy is ready to go. He's vibing from this. So I think it's just time to give them that opportunity to look each other in the eye soon.
No, certainly. Before that, one last question. JJ, any fight predictions?
I don't talk too much.
Mr. Maduna, are you going to take him out within the distance?
Anything might happen, but definitely the victory will be mine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. JJ, and of course, Mr. Maduna, thank you so much. Let's face off.
Tick, tick, boom. Bringing the noise. Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no time out. Tell me what.
There we go. Ayabonga, JJ Sondika versus Sanele Maduna.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go in, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wild. You must be blind. This way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
For the very next bout, please welcome Lindo Kuzwayo versus Stembiso Maduna.
MP, Nancy Piazza, Ovani Benga Tinta Mabubesi. MP, Nancy Piazza, Ovani Benga Tinta Mabubesi.
Could we please also get the managers on stage? Let's get the managers on stage as well.
All along the river, James Fitzarmy lay asleep.
Could you please also get the coaches on stage?
Yeah, guys, I just want to take a moment, a quick opportunity. Legacy Boxing Promotion has really been born, and it's been born by one guy's real vision behind the legacy of his father. They come from such a rich history of boxing. And I really like to introduce my partner, Sean, from Sunninghill Smith's Boxing, but also the coach of so many tremendous athletes. This is a massive reason of why you guys are all here today. 25 years of boxing excellence, something that runs in his veins. This is something that is truly and remarkable to them. And to see him ever passionate about it, the way he trains his teams, the way he manages them, the way he's taken guys like Tulani and Bengi to the world stage and win the IBO welterweight champion, where he became the two-time champ. It really is amazing. I think let's just give him a massive round of applause here, guys. Woo.
Thank you, Mr. Smith, for joining us as well. All right, gentlemen, we have on stage Lindo Kuzwayo and Stembiso, the American sniper Maduna. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen. You've got your coaches here with you. And, of course, leading up to the 1st of May, very, very exciting. We're going to start with the coaches. You have your mic over there. Just grab the mic. over there. Coach, with your camp, getting ready for your opponent, what's preparations been like?
Firstly, I would like to thank to the promoters and to Mr. Epimnisi. I'm Mtsalane, the biological brother of Moruti Mtsalane. We're from KZN. We are here to represent our province. I'm here to make sure that we come back with the win, definitely. According to our plans, Madonna, he's a new in my camp, but I changed a little bit of his style because I know him from the home ground. I think we are here to impress.
All right, so let's speak to the American sniper. Stembiso, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a few days before the reckoning on the 1st of May, how are you feeling, champ?
I'm very excited to be the part of this tournament. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have a very exciting nickname, the American Sniper. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm a sniper, so yeah, I do box with distance.
All right, so you're a distance boxer, and of course that's where his name comes from, the American Sniper. Are we expecting to see some of that sniping performance there on the 1st of May?
Pardon?
Are we expecting to see the sniper on the 1st of May? What the sniper can do?
Yeah, I'm doing the sniper thing.
All right, he's going to do what the sniper does, and he's going to take him out. All right, let's go on over to Lindo. Lindo, thank you so much for joining us. You come from a very, very accomplished camp, and of course, next to you there is Coach Smith. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on you to take that win on the night. Tell us about how you feel, and how's the preparation leading up to the 1st of May?
Okay, firstly, I would like to say hello to everybody. Thank Jesus Christ for being here. It's a blessing. I'm blessed. It has been absolutely an amazing camp leading to this fight. So I have no complaints. You can imagine. I'm sure you can tell. We have Tabiso, Chus, Diseto, Serhiy, everybody fighting. So obviously, it was definitely an amazing camp leading to this fight. So I feel blessed. I feel fit. I feel ready. So yeah.
You've mentioned so many big names already that are on the card. How does it feel being on such a big card as well? What does it mean to you for your career?
As I've said, I'm blessed to be part of this. I couldn't be grateful enough, for being part of the journey, and it's such an amazing opportunity for my career as well, because I'll get to showcase my talent, I'll get to showcase, my style, whatever in this big, arena that we're going to be fighting in. So I'm truly blessed. I'm happy to be fighting on the 1st of May. It's definitely.
Over and on to Coach Smith. Coach Smith, you're not just a coach here in this capacity, you're also part of the organizers. I'm sure you're very, very proud to see how things have turned out today, specifically as we lead up to the 1st of May. But you have your boxer over there. How has camp been for you?
Afternoon, everyone. On this blessed holiday that we can share this great occasion. Just a minute to my partner, to Devalt. I think people don't understand. I've been in this game many, many years. You do not get people to understand the vision, buy into the vision, and invest themselves as this man has done. I think, give him a round of applause because you can tell your dreams.
Yeah, I think the DJ is trying to tell us that we can do better than that, guys. Let's give him a bigger round of applause. There we go.
I think you can try and visualize this, manifest it, and try and make it happen. But it takes a very special individual prepared to do this. So I think let's enjoy that and let's grow on this experience. Like I said, this is an experience for everyone. For African, there's many countries here, there's internationals here. For Sunbet, for the amazing buying into us and believing in us, this will be a great success. To SuperSport and everyone that believes in this vision, it's up to us to make this grow from strength to strength. So I think everyone being here, each one plays a role in this going further and further. So let's do this. I think very exciting times ahead. Coming to camp, Lindo Kuzwayo, You know, when you train good athletes and good boxers, like I've had Tabiso Tolani for 10 years, you're saying, where is the next great one going to come? Where is the next superstar boxer going to come? I don't know how I stumbled upon Lindo's name, and it came, and my brother said there's this kid, he was just knocking guys out in town, in Hillbrow. I said, really, let me meet the kid, you know, let me see what it's about. As he hit the bag, the first 1 minute, I said, hold on a second, what did it just got you? This kid is something special. I fell in love with him the day I saw him hit the bag. I stopped. I said, this kid's got showstopper performance. Lindo Kuzwayo is special. I'm sure you watched like a fight in the weekend, the Conor Ben kind of fight. This guy is South Africa's Conor Ben. He is dynamic. So you'll see a lot of him in the future, believe me. And that's all I can say. Respect to the opposition, guys. Without partners, dance partners in the sport, you don't have a sport. So everyone who turns up, your supporters, your team, thanks for being here, and just great opportunity just to express yourself in this fistic sport that we all love so much.
Thank you so much, Coach Smith. I mean, it's you're part of the organizers, so I think we also need to thank you for bringing us the reckoning. All right. Let's go on over to Lindo. Lindo, I want to talk to you real quick. Your coach speaks so highly of you. I mean, he is just and the great. What are you bringing to us first of May?
You know, I once had an interview with Hayden, and I did say he's a good boxer, I believe. You know, he has some 17 fights or so. You know, but it doesn't really matter. You know, so he's been in the game. I've been in the game. I've seen Yisin. So I'm expecting a sprint from him, but I believe, you know, it's going to be a showstopper. It's going to be a nice fight. You know, from him, I expect a good fight from him as well. You know, so as I've said, hopefully he brings us 100%. I'm just going to bring mine. And we give fans, we give people a hell of a fight. Yeah.
Devalt, is there something, I can see that you're itching to say something about that. Is there something you want to say?
I just love this. I really do. You know, it's true professionals that's out here. Not only the day card and the night card, both of them can equally stand tall on its own, shoulder to shoulder with some of the best shows we're going to be able to put up globally. And I can tell you for sure, I know Linda, I've seen them, phenomenal physique, incredible athlete, really there. And it's about creating those platforms on the end of the day for guys like this, for our fighters, to really showcase those skills so that we can get our South African fighters a two-way pathway with international global elites, so that we can get those fighters not only from the overseas environment to make home in the South African rings, but so that we can go fight them for the titles overseas and bring it back home. But I am super excited for this fight. I think it's going to be alive. I think it's going to be, it's going to be electrifying. You got to hold on to your seats for this one.
All right. So, Mr. Maduna's coach is asking to say one final thing.
No, I'm here as me to say, Lindo, he's special. Everybody's special to his parent. Am I right? Yeah. So I'm Salan. I'll prove the point that I'm Salan. I'm not a fake, bruh. I'm very special coach. I made so many things impossible. I made it possible. And I will show you on the 1st of May.
Awesome. Let's get this on the show.
There we go. All right, gentlemen. Let's face off. Boom. It's going to be an absolutely exciting firework-filled bout, you can tell.
Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, join us on SuperSport, the World of Champions on the 1st of May. Lindo Kuzwayo versus Sandiso, American Sniper, Maduna.
Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wild, and you must be blind to dance. I know it could be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, still some very exciting face-offs that we have coming up. But before we do so, please welcome on stage with us COO of Boxing South Africa, Mr. Mandla Ntlanganiso. Mr. Ntlanganiso, please join us on stage. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Bring the noise, baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Gang, gang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon'
Dr. Mandla, thank you so much for joining us. We know that you're always here. You are a regular figure, very, very well recognized now within boxing. Always great to have you here as the COO of Boxing South Africa. Not the first time we are here in this venue. Obviously, you were here for the press conference. We're now here for Media Day. Please tell us what you think of the caliber of events that Legacy Boxing Promotions is holding.
Good afternoon, Khotso, and good afternoon, everyone. Devalt, Legacy team. This is like a dream. I want to repeat this. When I met Sean and Devalt last year, saying that they want to launch a promotion company, and they want it to be one of the best promotion companies in the continent, and they will be staging a good tournament in a few months. When I came to the press conference, the launch, a few weeks back, I saw the quality and the standard that Legacy is bringing. And once again, colleagues, can we give Legacy Promotions a good round of applause? This is the standard that we need in South African boxing. We are an international, when it comes to international events, this is the kind of events that we need to put South African boxing to where it belongs. We've got the athletes. We just need promotion that will be able to put us on an international stage. And I believe that this is an international stage, and these are things that we want to see more and more across the country. Engagements with Sunbet, SuperSport, and other sponsorships. It says that there is future, and thank you once again to Legacy Promotions.
Thank you so much, COO of Boxing South Africa, Mr. Mandla Ntlanganiso. Devalt?
Yeah, listen, guys, I just want to take a moment. Mandla has become incredibly fond of Mandla. Not only his leadership style has really attracted me to him based on the fact that, notoriously, I think getting industry and private organizations to collaborate with government is sometimes a tricky affair. And I must say that the leadership from you, Mandla, and the rest of the board, especially since the new board has been in place, has been absolutely incredible to work with. I have had the most phenomenal experience. It's so encouraging to see the level of engagement from Boxing South Africa. It's something that we can be truly proud of. It's so important. When we set off in Mandla's office and we shared some ideas, I really looked into Mandla's eyes, and people buy people on the end of the day. People invest into people, and I could really look at Mandla and see his vision. And this is the reason why we're here today, is because you've encouraged us and supported us the way you have done. So this is a big win for BSA. It's a big celebration for you and your team, and for what you're doing for boxers in the country. There are 252 odd fighters in the professional arena that is not getting a platform to fight. And this is Mandla and his team's dream to get all of those guys active. And we are here to play our part in leading the industry with Sunbet behind us.
Thank you. I think, let's give him a bigger round of applause from BSA South Africa. Thank you so much, Mr. Mandla Ntlanganiso. Let's take a picture with you as well.
bringing the noise. Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Gang, gang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who.
Ladies and gentlemen, back to the boxers. Please welcome Akani Prime Puzi versus Yusuf Kasongo Mwanza. Could you please also get your trainers or your managers? We'll start with Mr. Mwanza's corner. Welcome, Mr. Mwanza. Thank you so much for joining us. How does it feel being on such a big card?
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm glad, I feel good.
And over to your coach. Coach, thank you also for joining us on stage. How has camp been and preparation for the fight? How has it been going?
I greet you, everyone. Yeah, that camp was a very nice camp. You know our brother very well, Akani Puzi. The first fight and this fight. I think this fight is going to be war. It's going to be war.
What's going to be different about the previous fights compared to this one that's coming up on the 1st of May? How have you trained differently for and prepared differently for it?
No, everything you was very, very well. You prepared the fight very well. And let's see to the fight.
All right, so man says he's going to be talking with his hands. Over to Prime, Akani Puzi. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a while since you were at Times Square. I believe you have fought here before. Maybe not, but maybe I'm going through my library of boxing events. But always good to see you here, champ. You're looking good. How's the preparation been?
How's it, everyone? Thanks for coming. First, I'd like to be grateful and give thanks to Devalt for the opportunity. The camp has been going okay. Yeah? Trained for 9 months. Nine weeks for this camp, but I've been training the whole of last year and the other year since I last fought in 2023. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
Like you did mention, you've had a 2-year break. In the meantime, have you been active in the ring, just sparring, just staying active? What's the break been like for you?
Yeah, I've been helping guys with sparring. I've been helping Chaps with sparring, and the other guys also. So I've been active. I just got some disappointments. I've been offered fights, and then they were cancelled. All that. So I was training, but then I'm actually happy to be back.
Definitely good to have you back. You talked about being disappointed, fights being dropped, but now you're finally on the card of the reckoning. How does that feel? I mean, you have some of your peers here with such absolutely huge names in the boxing world. How does it feel finally being active and being on a card as well? Such a huge card, as might I say?
Finally, I am happy. It feels very great. What actually makes me more happy is I'm going to be campaigning at Bridgerweight. And I think I come after Kevin in this country at Bridgerweight. Actually, in Africa at Bridgerweight. So it's Kevin, then there's me. So it's actually a good opportunity and such a big platform to be fighting in.
Definitely one step closer to getting your title as well. Devalt, for the first time, you have some very, very big boys next to you. You're almost being consumed or swallowed up over there. How does it feel having such great talent over here today?
Who doesn't love the big boys in the room? Who loved it? I can tell you now, I respect these guys tremendously. You know, stepping into the ring like this, these guys can seriously hurt each other, right? These guys have got venom and bricks as hands. So it's really great. I know I've spent quite a lot of time with Akani. He's been in the camp, like he had mentioned, with Tabiso, leading up to their fights. He's always a regular also in different training environments and gyms, always willing to help out with sparring and stuff like that. What an absolute true professional as well. And a lot of these guys can testament a lot of their training camps to him. So it's great to finally have Prime on the card. It's just going to be electrifying to see him come out. It's going to be amazing to see you battling this out for a rematch, which is going to be awesome. This one's going to blow the roof.
Over to Prime's corner, coach. Please grab the mic over there. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You've been quiet the whole time. Is there anything that you just want to tell us about leading up to the event on the 1st of May?
Firstly, I would like to say thank you to Devalt and Sean's family and Legacy. Promotion is really nice to be here. I'm glad. But I'm not coach. I'm manager, firstly. And Akani, you know, is a good boxer. He was in a training camp with us around the world with Makabu and Gabo and the world champion, level class. Akani normally, coming from cruiserweight. And he was also this period, when he's looking to go up. Now we are in bridgerweight. He's looking good. He will make his job properly on the night, and the opponent will be happy to be with Akani in the ring, I think so. Thank you so much, DeWalt, for everything. Thanks you to everyone, and boxing is best.
Yeah, it's just been great to have Tariq and the guys. He's also involved with the Ukrainian camps. It's just truly remarkable. It's been so easy to work with you as well, and we look forward to doing a lot more work with you in the future. So thank you so much. And to the big boys here, let's do that big dance off. Let's make the crowd smile, because this is going to be explosive. I'd love to kind of hear their opinions and maybe have sort of a personal word, because there is a bit of history between these guys, right?
No, certainly. So I would actually like to pick Yusuf's mind and find out, Yusuf, preparation obviously has gone well for you, but you have some, I don't know if it's bad blood, but how do you see the fight ending?
Yeah, thank you. The preparation, we prepare like before, but this one, we put more intensive, more pressure for this one.
Can we expect a knockout?
Yeah, we always work about the knockout, but...
It's dreaming.
Yeah, we always work about the knockout. The knockout, he must stand. He must stand for 4 first round. He must stand for that. If not, it's going to be knockout.
Prime, Mr. Mwanza says that you need to withstand him for 4 straight rounds in order not to get knocked out. What do you say about that? You say he's dreaming.
No, he's dreaming. My boy knows what's what. He knows what's what.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you. Just believe.
I have been prepared for this other fight. I punched him with an 18-ounce. He wanted to cry.
No,
I don't know what's going to happen now.
Don't talk about
With
the other fight.
10-ounce.
Don't talk about the other fight. Let's talk about this one.
Okay.
Let's talk about this one.
The war of
You
the
cannot
words,
talk
right?
about this one. On the night you will talk, not now.
No, this
now
one.
You can feel.
No,
you can
this
feel what's
one.
going on.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you.
All right,
You're the first, buddy.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell it's going to be an absolute cracker. Let's get the gentlemen to face off, please.
Tick, tick, boom. We're bringing the noise. Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no time out. Tell me who
Let's
we be
face
disturbing the
off.
peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Featherweight war, ladies
About
and
to go in
gentlemen.
for a piece.
Ahmed Prime
Bang,
Booby
we
versus Yusuf Kasongo.
Nobody, you make me resort to wild. You must be blind by the diamonds hiding. Don't need to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one.
Get ready for war, ladies and gentlemen, on the 1st of May with the reckoning.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Whew, Devalt, that was intense. I think this is what we're looking for, the war of words. Indeed. How do you feel about that? You just stood between them. I was a bit scared for you, though.
Yeah, listen, I must be honest. I'm at that age where you start negotiating with people and you pack away all the testosterone. So yeah, I must be honest, but at least we've got our Commodorians, the CDS staff, the security guys, to make sure that this stays clean, and I think this comes back to the whole narrative here. This is an important opportunity. Guys, what you need to remember here is these guys, this is real life for them. This is real world. This is their careers. This is their opportunity. They risk major injuries within these things. They risk huge things. Everything is on the line here. So for us, this is exceptional entertainment. For them, this is all on the line stakes. And I think what we need to do here is just commend those big boys for jumping into the ring. It's going to be real. And yeah, we can't wait.
Thank you, Devalt. We're certainly looking forward to it. On to the next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is between Jabulani, all about boxing Mackenzie, versus Antonio Mayala.
Bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, Camps. Thank you so much for joining us. Antonio, I'm going to start with you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's always great having you around. You're looking good, champ.
Thank you so much.
Very excited to have you here. How do you feel about being on the card?
I'm feeling very good, and I'm so honored to be part of this great event.
Indeed. Now you've got your opponent here in the form of Jabulani, all about boxing, Mackenzie. Mr. Mackenzie, thank you also for joining us. How has preparations been for Mr. Mayala?
Hi, everyone. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Legacy Promotion. Yeah, it's been a great camp. We prepared, we're ready for the fight. I can't wait for the 1st of May.
I think you know there's a vibe in the venue, especially introducing you on stage, where we're expecting lots of fireworks against Mr. Mayala. How do you think the fight's going to work out?
I think it's going to be a great fight. I hope it's going to come into fight. I'm also going to go into fight. Yeah, it's going to be fireworks. Yeah, it's going to be much exciting.
Mr. Mayala, the both of you are looking very ripped, very ready. And of course, weigh-ins are coming up very shortly on the 30th. Weigh-ins will be here at the Times Square Casino. How has preparations been for weight cuts and just, you know, generally your wellness?
Our preparation went well, and we prepared very good for this fight. Yeah, as always, because I know my opponent is a good fighter, and we have to be ready for him. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mayala, I'm going to go on over to your coach over there. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. What have you been preparing for? Are you going the distance? Are you looking to end within the distance?
Yeah, thanks for having us. Thanks, Devalt, for putting the event on. I can't say which way it's going to go. We've prepared for the full 8 rounds. Tony's in shape, as he always is, always disciplined, always in the gym. We've been looking to put this fight on for a while now. So I'm glad that we could finally put it on. There were a couple of failed attempts, but we're there now, really looking forward to it. I know Jabulani's been inactive for a bit, so yeah, we think we got this one.
Devalt, looking at these two guys, possible fight of the night, what do you think of it?
Otto, this is one of those fights that you can't miss on the night. Both these athletes, extremely professional, extremely hardworking guys. The SN camp, guys, these guys were phenomenal to work with, really, truly professional. I know Sebastian and the guys as well, always amazing to work with you in your camp and what you do for the sport and also for the Smith's Gym and the rest of the guys. I can tell you now, this is probably one of the picks for me for the fight of the night. This is gonna be war. I think it's a little bit personal, but yeah, let's see. These guys are gonna dance with their hands, and I cannot wait. I think this is really up there in terms of stylistically, but I also think from a pure profile fight in South Africa. Indeed. This is the type of fights we need to put up. These guys need to be on our stages. These are the personalities we need to go celebrate across the pond and celebrate to the rest of the world. This is why South African boxing is still so healthy. It's because of athletes like us.
Jabulani, back over to you. Are we expecting a quick day in the office?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna come out victorious. That's for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the men are, men of few words, but let's get them to face off, gentlemen. All right, okay, yes, of course, Mr. Sebastian, how dare I? Ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian, of course, very accomplished coach. Thank you so much for joining us. Coach, tell us a little bit about preparations as well. Tell us whatever you want. It's always an honor listening to you.
Okay, first, welcome in Pretoria. It's about time we have boxing in this place.
Indeed, yes.
So, yeah, thanks for the question. Jabulani's been training unbelievably. We've been in camp with the Smiths. I want to thank Sean Smith and Tulani Benge a lot. They really made it a pleasant camp. I think Jabulani is in the best shape of his life. I think with his maturity now, we understand where the game plan is from there, SA titles and everything in the future. I do think if you talk about boxing, listen, everybody can knock anybody, but when you want to talk about boxing ability, Jabulani is up there. He's probably top 2 in the country with talent, and we want to display his talent. And thanks so much for Antonio. Nobody's been wanting to fight us. We've had 3 fights pulled out. You guys showed a lot of respect for you guys now, and best of luck, and may both you guys go safe back to your families in the end of a fight. Thank you again.
Thank you for those comforting words, Coach. All right, let's get a face-off.
Tick, tick, boom.
You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
Join us on the 1st of May, right here at the Sunbet Arena. Jabulani, all about boxing, Mackenzie versus Antonio Mayala.
Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have Tisetso Matikinka versus Mbulelo Kubula Banta. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Mbulelo, I'm going to start with you. Welcome.
Welcome, sir.
How does it feel being on such a big card with so many accomplished boxers?
First of all, this is such a blessing for me. I've never been in such upper ranks as this one for today, so this is a very huge opportunity for me. Thanks.
And how has preparation been leading up to the fight?
Preparing, we've done well. We've did everything what we were supposed to do on the gym, and we are well prepared for Matikinga. That's what I could say.
It sounds like you're very, very well prepared, and you're very excited about it. What do you think of today's venue? Do you like today's venue? Are you looking forward to to eating the pizza we're gonna have after?
Yo, I can't wait. Can't wait for a good meal, good place. And it's my first time to show up here at Pretoria. It's quite a nice place so far.
Thank you, Chap. It's always great having you here. Let's give him a big round of applause. And if you guys are wondering, once again, we are at Moonshine Menlyn, of course, a premium venue and restaurant. And of course, they're taking care of us and hosting us today. And we are going to tell you exactly how delicious the food is after this. Also, we have the after party of the event over here. So do come join us after the event, where we'll be mingling with the boxers and the champions and celebrating their wins. All right, let's roll right along. Tisetso, thank you so much for joining us. Come from a champion gym. I know there's lots of pressure on you. This time, we usually had the boxers and the coaches flanked, but there's a gorgeous girl next to you this time, not the coach. So you're alone on the seat. Tell us how preparations has been.
First of all, man, I would just like to say thank you for the opportunity to Devalt, the Smiths, and the Legacy Promotion for having me on this tournament. It's a very big tournament, man. I can't really lie. There's no pressure to me because, like you said, there's a lot of pressure behind me because like there's a lot of fighters that are champion in my gym. So there's no pressure, man. This is what we do, you know. I'm ready. We've been on the gym since like the year started, so I'm ready. The venue is exciting. I'm really excited. I've been on a big stage when I was an amateur because like I was an SA champion. Like I used to be in a national, so I've been in these big stages. So I'm really excited. Now I'm featuring the WBC. Where there's a WBC, I'm excited. I'm just here to showcase my skill.
It really is a highlight being featured on a WBC title defense card. What does that mean for you in your career at this point?
What does that mean? Is that like, I think like to me it's a sign, because like this is where I'm going, you know. I'm gonna get this belt too. I'm fighting Bantam. One day I'm gonna be strapped with the WBC belt on my waist, so it's a sign. It's definitely a sign.
Is there anything that I think that, yeah, let's give him a big round of applause. Big dreams over there from DStv. DStv, on the night, how do you see the fight working out? Do you hope to finish it within the distance?
It's my first time seeing this guy. I was trying to look for his fights. But all I can tell you, I'm going to break this guy down. First round, let me break the fight for you. First and the fourth and the third one, I'm going to soften him up. Soften him up, and then 5 and 6, that's when I'm gonna fry him and then eat him. I'm gonna. If anyone wants his heart, I'm gonna bring you his heart. I'm gonna bring you his leg. I'm gonna break this guy down, man. He doesn't have a chance, man. I'm telling you. I've been around. I've been in an amateur, like 6-time SA champion. I've been like in a national team. I was an African champion. This guy has never been there, bro. I mean, my experience is just like on a high level on him. I have 6 fights, but like I'm gonna show you that day.
Mbulelo, I see you're smiling over there, you're laughing. You're actually having a good time listening to your opponent. DStv talks a big game, of course. He talks about his creed and his achievements in the sporting game. What are you bringing to him as an opponent?
What I can only say is he should just wait for a surprise. He should wait for a surprise. He will truly see who Kanda he is.
Devalt, I think this could be also one of the fights of the nights. What do you think about the energy of the young men right now on the stage?
Yeah, this is excellent. I mean, this is what a show is about. You know, it's two warriors on the opposite side. Come 1 May, when the bell rings, these guys stand and face off, and they've got weapons, and they're gonna use it. But I can tell you for sure, each and every guy on the card, including these guys, are ready. They geared up. They're true warriors in the sport. And I know DStv, supersonic hands, really good, great prospect in South Africa. There are unbelievable things. This is something that we really feel passionate about, our athletes in South Africa and guys like DStv. We believe that a guy like DStv can absolutely get to the world stage. And so we believe with Kubela, it's just how it is. I think we want to create these platforms, and we're going to give fighters the opportunity to really excite us. So come on the day, these guys know, they've got the brief already. You come, you entertain, you rock the world, you put the world on notice. That's how you're going to continue to fight with us, and we're going to put up a lot of shows. So if you want to become a house brand, you want to do this, you come out, you show those hands, you make it exciting, and I suppose you start some sort of a trend, I think, in the ring. I don't know.
Certainly looking forward to that. Sounds very, very exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, DStv Matiklinta versus Mbulelo Kubula.
Tick, boom. Bringing the noise. Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who.
Once again, we'll see you on the 1st of May, fighting at bantamweight. DStv Matiklinta versus Mbulelo Kubula.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be behind the diamonds hiding. Don't need to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's we be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next bout features 2 debut fighters. Please welcome Gary van Staden versus Seth van Aswagen.
Can we get Peter, can we get you up here as well?
All right. I really want to share what was just said between the coaches. But listen, guys, this is really special. First of all, I love your outfit, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's give him a big round of applause. This is what show business is about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on stage we have Gary van Staden and Seth van Aswagen. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for bringing us here, guys. Thank you for everyone coming out as well.
Of course. Finally, we have something for the ladies to look at. Tell us how has preparations been and how you feel being on this huge card.
Yeah, preparations have been awesome. I've been listening to my coach. He's the master of this business, you know, so everything he says I does. And as long as I keep doing that, I'm going to make it very far in this story. And, you know, this is the beginning of something big for me. I want to become a superstar in the sport, and this is step number one.
You certainly got that energy about you. You know, it looks like you understand that it's more than just about being in the ring. It's about entertainment. It's about the pay-per-view mentality. It's about someone tuning on to SuperSport, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, seeing this young, flashy gentleman. And it's either we're going to hate you or love you. But either way, we're going to tune in to see you on the 1st of May, yeah? So we absolutely love it.
100%. You know, this is the entertainment business. The fans are here, they make the business. Without us entertaining them, they won't be here, you know. So at the end of the day, they are who we got to entertain. They are who we got to put a show on. And yeah, I don't think you're going to hate me. I'm not one that likes to talk a lot of trash. I'm humble, down to earth, and that's how I will be.
Indeed. All right, let's roll on over to your coach. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, you had a champion gym. You've got a young, flashy gentleman over there. So he looks like he's something special as well. You know, what do we expect on the night, on the 1st of May?
You know what? I'm just happy for what we've been through. We've been through hard work. He's a young boy coming up the ranks, and you know what? I wouldn't just work with somebody that doesn't have the discipline and dedication. He's got the vision and the mindset that he has been bringing every day. And look at him. He shows up for the show, and this is what it's about. You know, well done to Gary. I don't have to prep him on how to do things. He's got his own plans and own identity, and this is what he's about. Good-looking boy. He can sell the tickets. And the ladies, we need more ladies, and he's bringing them.
We certainly do. We certainly need more.
Bringing them. Yeah.
All right, so looking forward to the first. Over on to the opponent's corner over there. So how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Seth, you've got a really flashy opponent over here, and you look like you've come for business. How has your, you know, I mean, it's a good thing. It really is a good thing. How has your preparations been for the fight?
In terms of looks, I'm feeling a bit left out, bro. Preparation has been fantastic. Uncle Ants has been drilling me. It's been on and off since January. We've been in camp for so long. I was 98 in January. I've cut a lot of weight. So I'm prepared. I'm ready to fight. Thank you to Sunbet for having me. Thank you for Legacy Boxing Promotions. I'm just ready to do this, man. Very excited for Thursday, and I think it's going to be fireworks. Very excited.
It's a really huge card. You've got some amazing boxers there, a real great caliber. What does it mean for your career to be on the card?
I think me and Gary are truly blessed. A debut fight. The magnitude it's insane, and I think we're both going to put on a show, a beautiful fight, and yeah, we're going to see what we have.
Devalt, over to you. Very, very exciting. Like it's crazy to have such a high caliber of debutants. But I think it also speaks to the quality of legacy boxing. How do you feel about having these two debutants we're expecting lots of firecrackers from them?
Yeah, listen, I think let's just firstly respect the fact that debut fighters in South Africa are our future champions. This is where it starts. This is such a profound moment in both of their careers. I've seen I've seen Gary fight in white-collar fights. He was fighting in the Smiths white-collar the last fight. After that was the last event for him in white collars, transitioning into pro boxing. And what a beautiful story it is. What a beautiful story it is for South Africa. Pete, tremendously respect him, are great friends. Absolutely one of the main reasons why we are on this journey from a promotional point of view. The way that he is a custodian for fighters. Gary is in brilliant hands when it comes to Pete and the Smiths boxing. So from our side, that's fantastic. We definitely all next time coming in our Elvis suits. I also feel a little bit left out. But you know what, Seth, taking on this opportunity and making this is what it's about. This is what we want to do. And we just want to have both of them healthy. It's a 4-rounder. We've literally, due to one of the injuries last minute, have reshuffled a little bit of the program. We've got 5 fights, still 36 rounds on the day card, and now we've got 7 fights with the 50 rounds on the main card, still as per the sanctioning regulations. But we've upgraded Gary and Seth to fight on the main bill live on SuperSport, the second fight of the night. Tetso and Gubela is the first fight. And then we've got Gary and Seth. What a tremendous opportunity it is for you guys. Relish the opportunity, make the most of it, and go make fans out there and go inspire and do good for the future as well, because this is where it starts. This is going to be a great journey for both of you.
Absolutely exciting. Very, very, so much looking forward to it. Seth, fight prediction. You only have 4 rounds. How do you think it's going to go? Do you think he's going to be an extremely tough opponent?
There's no such thing as an easy fight. I know he's been preparing. I'm expecting him to be stronger than me, faster than me. That's what we're working on. I'm not one-dimensional. I'm not looking for a knockout. I'm not looking to win on points. I'm going to fight my fight, and that's me. I'm going to put on a show for you guys.
Hey, can I just say one thing? When I saw Ant walking in with that handbag, I'm more worried about Ant. I don't know what he's got in that bag.
Coach, is there anything you want to say to that?
Oh, Peter, listen, your boy came in the Star Spangled Banner, you know what I'm saying? So he's dressed to the nines. I thought I'd wear my man bag and just try outdo him, but I can't do that. I mean, he looks fantastic, looks the part. 2 superstars in the making, to be honest. Yep. It's a great fight. Funny enough, Gary's dad, Gary, was my first amateur I ever took in a corner 24 years ago. So history repeats itself. So here we are. These boys are primed for success. It's going to be a great event, but these guys are going to go far, and I'm very excited. This guy's given me dedication, second to none in the last 2 or 3 months, and I'm very impressed with him for losing 20 kilos. I expect a lot of things from him, and I know I've watched his videos and things like that. I know he's also looking very good. So it's going to be a great event. This is going to be, what an advantage just to get a break on the main card because one fight fell out. Isn't that sort of like a little bit godly? Somebody gave us a chance, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, here we are. We're going to have a good fight on Thursday. We look forward to seeing you guys in the other corner. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 superstars in the making. Gary van Staden versus Seth van Aswagen. Gentlemen, let's face off.
Bringing the noise. Go baby, we bringing our toys. Separate me from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who
See you for 4 rounds on the 1st of May. Gary van Staden versus Seth van Aswagen.
Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds hiding. Want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's
Next, exciting having those 2 debutants here. You know, they're very, very vocal about their intent. I mean, I think we've dubbed it officially, you know, the making of the superstars. 4-rounder for these 2 debutants. How did that come about for you? I mean, it's such a huge card. You've got some very accomplished boxers, but you also have a 4-rounder debutant fight coming about.
Yeah, listen, what a beautiful story. And I think they're calling it, you know, both these fighters are so talented, and it's moments like these. Unfortunately, you know, the betting odds would be tremendous if that's a draw. But, you know, I think the reality is there are winners and losers, unfortunately, in the ring. And that's so tough about this sport, because sometimes the ball bounces not in your favor. But for debutants in this space, getting onto a main card, onto the reckoning, the main show, in front of thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people watching live on SuperSport, I can tell you now, that's the ball bouncing in their favor. And I think when you look at any career, any person from business down to any career you take, these are the breaks in life that you look for. And maybe this is it. But maybe there's something in the making. As debutants, they're still shaking hands, giving hugs. But the reality is they're going to stand toe-to-toe. They're going to fight. They're going to respect each other when they're done. But maybe there's a future journey between them, because ultimately, I reckon they can both go to the top.
Now, certainly superstars in the making. It's going to be very exciting having those two debutants. It's for a 4-rounder, so we're looking forward to it on the 1st of May. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the very next bout is between Leo, the Lion, Carrieri versus Nicholas Nzengu.
Du hast mich. Du hast mich. Du hast.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, coaches. The Mad Muslim. Welcome. Always good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen. I'm going to start with Leo. Leo, first time I met you was actually at Kevin's organization. We had a little chat in the bathroom. You told me about your nickname. Would you like to just tell us about your nickname a little bit?
Chosen one. I'm made to do this. This is what I'm made to do. You know, I'm made for this. So I told you that. You remember that? And I said, you're going to be announcing my name. And this is the first for me. And I'm going to continue to do what I do. You know, it's time to walk the walk.
On the 1st of May, it's going to be absolutely amazing. We'll have a jam-packed house. What's it like being, you know, such a young dude on the WBC title defense card?
You know, to be honest with you, it's what I'm made to do, bro. This is all made for me. I'm made to be here. So in saying that, am I surprised? No. Am I grateful? Very. You know. So it's time to show.
That's good, Leo. You know, I want to speak to you. I want to speak for you, and just say it's not cockiness, it's confidence. So on the 1st of May, we'll see the chosen one doing his thing. Over to your coach over there. In fact, I want you to introduce him, Leo, because I always have fun when Leo introduces his guys.
My brother, Ishmael, the Muslim madman, crazy guy. Jeez, got more hidings from him than my own dad. I'm telling you, true story.
It's always fun having Leo on the mic. All right, the mad Muslim madman.
How are you, bro? You good?
Always good. Good to have you here. How has Leo been for preparations? Obviously, he's you know, such a professional, always you know, willing to go. But what's preparation been like for him?
Listen, I just want to say thanks to Devalt, thanks to Sean, thanks to everyone for having us here. It's a privilege to be on this card, to be on the main card as well. The big fight, WBC fight. But camp's been good, bro. We've been in camp for 1 year and 8 months preparing for this. And it'll just roll on and we'll carry the momentum, God willing. And yeah, he's in shape. I couldn't ask for a more professional boxer, a more professional fighter. He shows up, he trains every day, he does what he needs to do. He goes the extra mile. So I have no doubt, walk away victorious.
Well, good luck to you. I'm going to head on over to Nicholas. Nicholas, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I know you've heard your opponent.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I appreciate my opponent, my brother. So I'm not here just to talk too much, and I'm so ready about the fight for the 1st of May. So I speak French as well. I can go in French, is okay?
Please go ahead and speak in French.
All right. So j'apprécie et je dis salut à tout le monde. Et je suis vraiment content, moi, cette organisation, Legacy Promotion. Donc j'apprécie de m'avoir donné cette opportunité avec mon jeune frère Léo Caleri. Ouais, je ne sais pas comment je vais prononcer. Mais j'apprécie, ce n'est pas la bagarre, c'est juste une façon moi, de faire plaisir aux gens. Donc je me sens prêt. Je suis capable au moins de faire mieux. Je ne peux pas trop parler, mais je vais faire satisfaire mon jeune frère. En tout cas, merci à tout le monde, j'apprécie. Et je suis vraiment humble et capable aussi. C'est un lion, donc c'est un king. King Zaiwa, c'est ça mon surnom, donc King Zaiwa. Je suis prêt et je suis vraiment capable de faire encore plus que ce qu'il est en train moi, de s'avancer dans les idées. Donc je suis capable. Donc j'apprécie, je ne peux pas trop parler, c'est tout ce que j'avais. En tout cas, merci. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for coming.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nzengu. Just one more question. Are you looking to finish the fight? Do you want to knock him out within the distance?
Ça sera une surprise pour lui. Ça sera une surprise.
You got a translator?
Donc je ne peux pas continuer à parler trop, mais ça sera...
He's saying it's going to be a surprise for him. So his name is a King Zairwa. He's from Congo, so he came here to do business, did not come here to play. So it's going to be fight. So is he ready for that?
All right, so what we did get from him, for what Mr. Nzengu was saying, is he is very capable of taking Mr. Leo, the chosen one, Karriere, out. Leo, is there anything that you want to say to that?
What he said, bro. What he said. No, the fact of the matter is, bro, there's only one me. And I said this in my interview with SA Boxing. There is only one me. You know, I'm perspicacious, I'm precise, and I'm dangerous. So it's no match for me. You know, this is a stepping stone. I'm meant to win. And that's it. You need a translator, he needs whatever he needs. He's going to need a walking chair when he leaves because I'm going to fuck him up.
There we go. Leo, do you reckon that he might be able to translate himself through his boxing, through his hands maybe?
Say again?
Reckon he'll be able to translate himself through his hands?
Doesn't matter, because I'm going to find out. And, no, reality of it is that whatever he's got, I'm prepared for. You know, prepared.
All right, well, Devalt, would you like to say anything about it? You have two very hungry gentlemen next to you there.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I think for us, and this is what we explained earlier, I mean, for these guys, it's all stakes. It's Leo's debut coming from the camp. That's also great. And like I explained earlier, due to that injury, we took one of the fights down from the main card and happened to bump up 2 4-rounders as onto the main card as fillers. And these guys are going to fight in front of a live audience on SuperSport as well. So they're on the main card, and this is their opportunities to go. We know Leo, we've seen some of his amateur videos and some of his gym work and all of that type of stuff, explosive. He's got all belief on the end of the day. He calls himself, a guy that calls himself the chosen one. It's pretty serious, right? So, and there's only one way to do that. Put him in the ring and get him to dance and to show the world. And again, for us, it's a tremendous honor to have the camp on. This is a special moment for us. It's a special moment to host this and for taking that fight. It's incredible. And both these fighters are thinking about hurting the other fighter. I can promise you that now.
Well, we're looking forward to it on the 1st of May. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Mr. Nzengu, would you like to say one more thing?
Non. Je n'ai pas trop à parler. Donc, je remercie au moins de voir tout le monde. I'm so happy to see everyone here. Donc, très content au moins d'avoir cette opportunité. En tout cas, je remercie Legacy Promotion. Très content au moins de voir nos parents, nos jeunes frères, nos jeunes sœurs. En tout cas, tout le meilleur à vous. J'en souhaite que le meilleur.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. Let's have a face-off. Leo, the chosen one, Karriere versus Tigris Wealth.
Separate me from the boys. Chop up my fingers, should be on the voice. Gang, gang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go in, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
tick, tick, boom. Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind, diamonds hiding. Don't need to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You know.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Leo Serhiy versus Nicholas Zanku.
We be disturbing the peace.
All right, before we carry on, guests in the back, please, we're just going to request that during the interviews, if you could please just keep the conversations at a low volume. Just keep the conversations at a low volume. You can talk, but we do have some very, very important boxers that are coming up now, and they have some very important things to say to us as well. So let's introduce the very next boxers. It's for a heavyweight bout, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Chris the Wolf Thompson versus Musa the Elephant Ajibu.
You've been
So we're just waiting for Musa the Elephant Ajibu to make his way on stage. All right, so we'll give Musa a chance to join us if he is here. In the meantime, I want to introduce the Wolf one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, South African heavyweight boxer, Chris the Wolf Thompson! Chris, always an honor having you here, as well as Shannon, champion pedigree over here. Always good to have you. Now we're leading up to the 1st of May. We've had our press conference, media day today. You're looking prim, you're looking fit. How has preparations been?
Thank you, Coach. So thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Preparations have been good, good as always. I guess everybody comes up here and always says how good it is. The only thing that matters is the performance on Thursday night, and I can promise you now it's going to be splendid. Musa should have come up. He could have had his 3 minutes of airtime because it's going to last longer than the ring, I can promise you.
I was going to ask what you think of him not showing up right now.
To be honest, I can't really take much from it. He's not really going to... Hopefully he shows up in the ring. But, it is what it is. Like I said, he should have been here. He could have got his airtime because it's not going to last very long when I get in there with him.
I think from that we're hearing immediate fight predictions from the Wolf. At what round do we predict the Wolf is going to eat?
Yeah, you hear a lot of fighters come up and say, I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm not going to, obviously I've been in the game a long time, and I've gone through that experience, and I used to say to myself, I'm not going to go for a prediction. You hear a lot of fighters say, I'm not going to go for a knockout. So excuse my French, so what the fuck are you doing here? If you're not looking for something, if you're not going for something, you're not going to achieve it, So am I looking for a knockout? 100% I'm looking for a knockout. Am I looking to stop him? Yes, I'm looking to stop him. That is the game plan. Have I stopped him before? Yes. I knocked him out in the 3rd round. Actually, in Pretoria also, I knocked him out cold in Pretoria. Not here at Times Square, so now it's a better venue, on the best show in the country, on SuperSport. So I've got to make it in a devastating fashion, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to just talk smack. I really want to knock this guy out, and that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm verbalizing it. Come watch.
There we go, Chris the Wolf Thompson. Talking about the venues, you've traveled around the world. Boxing has taken you to all 4 corners of the world. But we're here now today at Moonshine Menlyn. Not just Moonshine, but also the Times Square Casino. Not your first rodeo here, but I'm sure for you it's always good to be back here. You've always taken away W's from Times Square.
Yeah, so a lot of people won't know. I actually trained in Pretoria most of my weeks. I train with Nart Loubser at the Tigris Performance Center. So, you know, it is basically like a second home. Pretoria, I've played for Tigris, I've played for the Bulls. So I've been around Pretoria, you know. So yes, I believe I fought here twice. I've got 2 knockouts here. So now we're going to just make it 3-3. You know, I really do enjoy being here. I love Pretoria. And, you know, I love the Sunbet Arena. It's by far the best venue in the country. Probably, to be very honest with you, it's right up there with the best in the world. You know, as you mentioned, I've fought around the world. And what this does for the fighters, it offers the best venue for the fighters. From the locker room to the experience to the walk-in, which is what's important. You know, we're the guys that are bringing the show. So it's really nice to be looked after in that manner.
Chris, I know you always talk about how guys are always avoiding you. You know, you finally found an opponent that you're going to be fighting on the 1st of May. Is there anybody else? I mean, for you, obviously, your mindset is he's a walkover, and you're looking over him as just a hurdle. Who else are you looking at this point?
You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Musa is a walkover. You know, anyone with 2 hands is a dangerous fighter. Is he on my level? No, definitely he's not on my level. Do I need to show that? Yes, definitely I need to show that. So I wouldn't say Musa's a walkover, but it is a guy that I should be knocking out cold. You know, if you want to be stepping up onto those next things. And to go to the second part of your question, is there somebody that I'm looking to fight? Yeah, there's a guy holding the SA heavyweight title at the moment, and, you know, a very good friend of mine. And, you know, just a lot of history around that fight, and, you know, that's the fight that we're looking at next. Or in the future, there might be something else coming up soon. Hopefully in June I'll be on again, but we'll see. You know, it's tough in the heavyweight division. You know, when you got a long resume like how I do, it's a challenge. There are not a lot of many registered heavyweights in the country, and pretty much all of us are active or tied up somewhere.
Okay, so the elephant isn't here at the moment, and that means we have a little bit of time to open up to the floor. There's a young gentleman over there. Do you want to ask a question, sir? You sure? Okay, let's open up to the floor. Real quick, maybe just 2 or 3 questions. Any questions for the Wolf? I'm going to ask the lady to just pick up the mic there and hand it on over to anyone who raises their hand. Okay, all right, there we go. You may ask a question, sir. Anybody to ask the Wolf a question about preparations, about the event? Just behind you, Shimi.
Sorry, would you fight Devalt?
If he pays me, sure.
He's going to have to pay you not to knock him out.
I think that's a good idea for Devalt, though.
That's very naughty. Yeah, no, it's definitely not good for my career at all. My career will end soon. I told you guys earlier, I'm definitely in the phase where I now negotiate with people. And I just hire a lot of people to look after me. So it's as simple as that. But look, I just want to also say, and I think from this point of view, there is a challenge in the heavyweight division at the moment. It isn't easy to always combat, but this is exactly an example of where we got to create those platforms and link with internationals. It's time that the Wolf rises up and go take on international fighters and bring home, bring belts back home. And I think also with the support out of camp, just you know, you couldn't ask for a better support system right next to you. You know, it's just amazing how you know how the stars can align with you. But I appreciate from a promoter's point of view how professional you've been. You've helped us really engage on that space, on that space. Just the support also internally. You're excited to demonstrate what you want to do. You want to go out, dance, do your thing. But ultimately, I think, yeah, just kudos to you and thanks for what you do for us.
We have I think a few more questions, but Hayden from Boxing Talk South Africa.
Hi there, yes, thanks for the introduction. Quick question for Shannon. Do you share the same confidence that your boxer, Chris Thompson, has?
Yes, 100%. Firstly, thank you so much to Devalt and Sean for putting us up in this historic event. Honestly, it's amazing. It's a lot of... we go back, way back, over 10 years with the Smiths, Kevin, Tabiso, Tools. Grateful to be on the show together. And then, yeah, come Thursday night, we're not overlooking Musa Jibu, but we should walk right through him 2 rounds max, to be very honest. He's not on his level. And then, yeah, we can move forward from there and see what's next.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions for the Wolf? All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more question over there, the gentleman of the white shirt.
Do you think speed or power is better?
I could give you a very scientific answer to that, but they're basically the same thing. Speed and power. Think about it this way: you can't lift a heavy weight slowly, right? So if you're going to pick up a heavy weight, you're going to pick it up very quickly. It might move slowly, but the action's a quick action. So speed and power are basically the same category. The quicker you are, the more powerful you are. They work hand in hand.
And then, yeah, just one question from my side for Chris that I've always wondered. I mean, you've been a professional athlete, a professional rugby athlete, and due to a knee injury or something at some point, you've turned to boxing. Is there something that you can share with also just the future of the sport? Just guys aspiring to want to be there, maybe finding it hard to really break through or get to the level. Hard work, there's no replacement for it, we all know. But is there something special you want to really just share maybe with the audience? Just in terms of what it takes to become a professional athlete at this level.
Grit, I think that's the only component it takes, not only to be an athlete, to be anybody successful, is a little bit of grit, So, I've gone through a couple of careers. Started off as a swimmer, then played rugby. My strength and conditioning coach when I was a professional rugby player is actually still my strength and conditioning coach. So I think a little bit of grit, a lot of loyalty, and just stay humble, stay down to the grind, and you can go as far as you really want to go. Sky's the limit.
Awesome. Well, good luck from our side, and thank you again.
Well, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris the Wolf Thompson. Let's have a few pictures in front of you over here.
We're bringing the noise. Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separate me from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the 1st of May, right here at the Times Square Sunbet Arena, the Wolf will eat.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the
Thank
streets.
you, Chris the Wolf Thompson.
Go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Tabiso, the Rock Mchunu versus Armando Kalonji. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Armando, I'm going to start with you. Thank you for joining us. It's a very, very big card, some huge boxing names. How does it feel to be on the WBC World Title Defense card?
It's an honor to be here, and I want to say thank you so much to Mr. Devalt for giving me an opportunity to be here, and I feel blessed, and I can't wait to go on the ring, on Thursday evening. Yeah.
How have preparations been for this bout?
I had a very good preparation, and I want to thank my team, my coach. It was a very good camp, and I feel ready and feel so good to put a good show on Thursday.
Today is the very first day you actually get to see your opponent. We've had the press conference. But you're looking good as well. Have you had a chance to take a look at him and size him up?
Who doesn't know Tabiso Ntunu? Everyone knows Tabiso Ntunu. So, and it's a very, very honor to me to fight against him, because I want to grow my career. To grow a career, I need to step up with someone who's big, So I want to make sure that on the night, everyone will remember my name. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I try my best to push myself hard in the gym every single day, so that I can give a good show and I give Tabiso Ntunu a good fight as well. So, yeah.
Tabiso, over to you. Your opponent speaks very, very highly of you. Obviously, he's studied you, and he's got some homework done very, very clearly. But also, he intends to use your name as a stepping stone to get to higher heights. You know, obviously he's hungry. He's coming after you, and it's the very first time you also get to see him. Last time we had our press conference, he wasn't here, but you were here. And what's it like now, actually having him in the venue, less than 2 meters away from you?
Afternoon to everyone. Thanks to the Legacy Promotion, Sean, Devalt, they've worked so hard to make this possible. And yeah, I'm glad my opponent is here and we're ready to go, man. I've been all over the world. I can adjust to any situation and everything went well in the camp. We trained to the best of my ability and trust me, I can adjust to anything.
Coach Smith, you have a high pedigree fighter over there with you. Any fighter coming from your camp or from your gym is always has lots of pressure to perform, knowing the pedigree that the name carries. How do you predict that the fight is going to end on the day, and how do you think Thabiso's performance is going to be?
Afternoon again. Yeah, just again to Amador Kalonji. Maybe he doesn't come with a pedigree. Maybe he doesn't come with credentials, but you know what, in this sport, in this game of life, you stay prepared, you stay ready, you stay humble, and you work. So we don't overlook Thabiso. I think he's a professional. He's been all over the world. We've had some hard outings, but we weren't able to get the stage, the platform, and I think that's part of the reason for Legacy Promotion, the birth of it, is to say Africa can inspire, Africa can stand up, Africa can deliver. So I think to have Thabiso here, Amador from the DRC, we got our Namibian brothers. These are strong athletes. It's man on man. It's not about reputation, credentials. When you wake up, another man wants your food, another man wants to feed off you. Thabiso's carrying the Rolex in this game. He wants to come snatch it off him. There's going to be no bag snatching, believe me. Thabiso Mchuni is ready, and to be honest, I think Thabiso will be a world champion, legitimate world champion. We're coming. This guy is a true. My career started with him, and 11 years now, 12 years together. But I feel like the journey is just starting again 1 May. So wish the guys all the best, and respect them. Like I said, we're coming out razor sharp, alarm bells are on, we're ready.
Devalt, fireworks we're expecting with this one. These are the big boys. It's one of those fights where you can't blink, and this is what we're looking forward to. Anything you have to say about that?
Yeah, listen, I mean, these guys, I mean, Thabiso is obviously, rightfully, I mean, Thabiso is a big deal, right? He's stylistically beautiful to watch. He can adjust. I've had the privilege to also work with him for his previous fight, his camp for the fight preparing for Russia. I believe a lot in Thabiso. He's one of those guys that I've been close to, in my short boxing career, since December. And to be fair, I've observed professionals such as Thabiso, and I just love the process. Sean's always mentioned how Thabiso is a clean athlete. He's a great example for our youth. He's a great example for the future of the sport. He's by no means not done in this space. He's actually entering the prime of his career. We believe that fighters at this space needs to be unlocked in this thing. He stood in the ring with fighters that nobody's ever done apart from elites. I mean, Usyk, I mean, you were in the ring with Alexander Usyk. Who gets to do that?
That deserves a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That shows the creed and the caliber of boxers that we have here.
So you look at it from that level and that point of view. He's really been up on the top of this game. And unfortunately, in this sport, sometimes in the valleys, we learn a bit of faith, and when we get on the mountaintops again, we learn a bit of intimacy with our processes. But I can definitely say this is going to be one heck of a fight. The Essen boys has come to Joburg, come to Pretoria. to stake their claim, to stamp their approval on this soil. And I can tell you now, Tabisa Mchunu is thinking he's got other thoughts.
All right, so Tabiso, it sounds like there's some great preparation from you from the SN camp. Let's just open to one question each for the boxers. Anybody want to ask a question? Yes, sir. Let's get a mic to the front there, please. All right, do we have a mic? Just raise your hand there, please, sir.
Michael Sherman from IOL. Question for Tabiso. Your record as a boxer in your career speaks for itself. Just tell me, who do you think is going to be feeling the pressure more?
Just come again, be more specific.
Who do you think is going to be feeling the pressure more come fight night?
Yeah, obviously, coming to this fight, I got a lot to lose, then a lot to gain. So, but I'm not under pressure. I know what to do. I believe I had a great camp, and I just came from a fight 2 months back, and I fought the best in the world, the preacher weight. It's a pity that time I had to pick up weight, but yeah, it didn't go according to us. But I fought a good boxer, and I believe this fight came at the right time.
One more question, please. Anybody? Yes, sir? All right, there we go. There's a question for him.
If I want to box, where must I start?
If you want to box, where must you start?
Yes.
Okay, anybody want to answer that?
This will sound very biased if I give you the quick answer, but let me give you the longer answer. There are so many extraordinary camps and fighting teams out throughout the city, in Johannesburg, Pretoria, Cape Town and Durban, throughout the entire nation. So just ask mommy or daddy to pick up Google Maps and put in boxing gym, and the closest one you get, absolutely jump. But I think from the most part, there are phenomenal boxing gyms, especially like the Smith's boxing gym in Sunninghill. We've got the ones in Fourways. It's an incredible opportunity for young kids to get involved in the sport. It's very important for you to, at this age, start having fun and just enjoy yourself. It teaches you a lot of confidence, and it's also a very nice sport to get involved with because it's such a pure form of art. And I think this is it's definitely worth your time. It's going to be incredible for you to get into.
So young man, I'd just like to add to that. You've already started because the interest and for you to have the courage to stand there with a mic and ask that. And any great sportsman started as a fan. Watching all the great sports stars, tennis players, golfers, they start off as you are now. As a spectator, asking the question. So well done to you. Very brave.
Yes, indeed. And hopefully we'll get to see you in the ring sometime. Yeah? Hopefully we get to see you in the ring sometime, okay?
Okay.
All right. And if you want to find out a little bit more, we do have our Boxing South Africa Gauteng manager, Folks Ramahole. But folks, just raise your hand over there so everybody can see. That's the man to go to. All right, so if you want to find out everything about boxing, you go to that man over there and he'll get you involved in boxing, you and your friends, and you also tell the guys at school, okay, we're going to grow the sport. We have a big love for the sport as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a face-off between Tabiso, the Rock Mchunu, and Armando Kalonji.
Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the fingers, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no time out. Tell me who.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go in, going beast. Bang, bang, when you sleep.
On the 1st of May, ladies and gentlemen, between Tabiso, the Rock Mchunu, and Armando Kalonji.
Don't need to be this way, bitch. I won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one. It's we be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go in, going beast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get excited. This next bout, very electrifying. It's between Tools Evolution Mbenge versus Emmanuel Mugangela.
Something inside me that pulls beneath the surface, consuming, confusing. This lack of self-control I fear is never.
Thanks for joining us, fighters and coaches. Let's start with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure it's been quite a journey leading up to today. How do you feel about your preparations and how are you feeling in general for the 1st of May?
No, I'm feeling good. So I'm going to put up a show. So the other thing I want to say, before Turani came in this place, he find me here because I'm sleeping here. Yeah, you know. So you must know.
You
that.
said you're gonna bring war. You better bring war.
Yeah, you know. When we enter in the ring, men's a men. So he must behave.
You said you're gonna bring war. I'm saying, say you're gonna bring war. You said you're gonna bring war. So I want you to bring war. I need war on the 1st of May.
Yeah, you
That's
know.
what I want to hear from you. Say you want to bring war. You're gonna bring war. Say it.
Say you must. I say you must behave.
Say you want to
fight,
bring war.
They fight when they fight. When we go in the
Say you want to bring
we
war.
are going to talk there, not now.
Say you're gonna bring war. You
We're
said
going
it
to
on the
talk.
newspaper
We're going to
already.
talk.
Say it, you're gonna bring war. Say it.
We are going to talk.
Say you're gonna bring war. You said it on the newspaper. Say it.
Say it. You can't handle the war.
Say
Let's go and
it.
see. We can go
All
see.
right, gentlemen, if I may just ask a question. To Mr. Mugangela. You said that when you got here, Tools found you sleeping here. What does that mean exactly?
Come again?
You say Tools found you here and you were sleeping here waiting for him. What did you mean by that?
So I mean, I'm a man myself. I'm a man. When we meet in the ring, he can be down because he find me already there. It's obvious. He find me
Welcome
already
to
there.
the jungle, my brother. Welcome to the
Am
jungle.
I right? Am I not right? He find me there. That's true.
Tools, thank you so much for joining us, champ. We didn't even get a chance to say hello to you. You jumped straight into it. You said that you want him to say, he wants a war. Is that what you're bringing to him, champ?
I want to say good afternoon to everyone and thank you for pulling through. We really appreciate you guys supporting the sport. It means a lot to us. And thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the media. Thank you to Sunbet, SuperSport, everyone that is participating on this tournament. Thank you to my team, Sean, Devalt. They put tremendous work to make this happen. Otherwise, all in all, this guy said on Bongani Makasela on news, he said he's going to bring war. He said he's going to bring war. So I hope he's ready for war because that's what he's going to get Thursday.
This is the very first time. This is the very first time you guys are seeing each other now. Obviously just 2 meters away from each other. Have you had time to take a look at him? Have you done any homework on him?
Yeah, I've done homework on him. So we really don't worry a lot about other guys. We focus on what we do with coach. We've got a plan in place. So I'm not really worried about him, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm more than ready. I'm always ready. It's gonna be an explosive night on the 1st of May.
All right, I know you guys, the media is reeling to ask a few questions. Let's have 2 questions each, please. You can raise your hands. Anybody want to ask a question?
Just before the guys ask
Okay.
some questions, I think also it's good to take an opportunity. These guys are the co-main event of the Reckoning. 1 May, our inaugural event. This is going to be massive. It's an absolutely huge fight. This is what people pay big money to come see. And yeah, I'm interested. I also just want to thank the Namibians coming out. It is, we've got such a beautiful relationship, nation to nation. And we love making new friends. And I think, you know, obviously from Tulani, a very special guy to a lot of people. And carrying a hope of a nation for us as well with the IBO welterweight belt. And I think maybe we can dig into that for a minute, just in terms of in the future. I know we're focusing on this fight, but I know you've got plans to unify, and there's guys that you're calling out at the moment, like Mario and those guys. I think it's time that South Africans start getting those opportunities, because I think we can make, we can absolutely make some headway with the belts.
Certainly, Tools, you want to talk, just reply that. I mean, he's speaking very, very highly of you, talking about Barros and the likes, and, you know, you are right up there with them. I think it's also important that we recognize that we have an international superstar in front of us. You know, it's not just a South African boxer. Tools has traveled around the world, and he's carried that flag very high.
I mean, everyone that is here, that is a boxing fan, is a sport fan, he knows how it goes. We get active. We get active. When Smith Tulani Mbenga is in, we get active. I hope this guy's ready, because we're going to get active. We activated. We're going to get active on Thursday. So, like I said before, he's going to be there. I know. After 4 rounds, I don't know. After 4 rounds, I don't know. But sorry? I didn't say it's gonna be easy. I know. It's never easy. There's no easy fight. There's no easy fights at all. I know he's a man. I know he can bleed like me. I'm gonna go in there. I know. You understand? So I'm rated number 5 in the world. I'm rated number 5. I'm 2 times IPO world champion. You understand? I go overseas and dominate. This is my home ground.
Yes.
Actually, welcome to the jungle, my brother.
Emmanuel, he says, welcome to the jungle. Is there anything you want to say to that?
You know, everybody must go hear the voice of Ryan sounding. I was in Namibia for boxing a long time, and this boy, I don't know what he's saying about 4 rounds. He don't know. But me, I don't know. I don't talk about those rounds. It's too much rounds. Let's talk about 2 rounds there. So I mean, it's a Ryan. You are talking with a Ryan. You are not talking with these people. Like, I'm a lion. Let's go see. So champ, we are going.
All right. So the Lion says, you know, he's gone. The Lion, what's your fight prediction? Do you think that you can take him out within the distance? Do you think you can knock him out?
No, any punches, because if I say the punches, then you be careful for that punches. So, you know, if you say I can knock out like this, with this punch, then when he came there, he's scared for that punch, so I don't want so.
Anyway, Shawnee, I see the guys got hot under the collar here, and they're ready to go. What's your take on this?
Anyway, you know what? I'd just like to respect him for accepting the bout, because I've asked 2 other Namibian guys to come out. They all run. They all got their plans. Harry Simon Jr., they all want to be superstars, but respect to you, and I watch you box. You are a warrior, and you're all going to bring it. But the last time we went to Durban, the Argentinian said he's going to bring a war. I said, I don't believe him. He brought a war. But this is a warlord. This is a warlord. And Namibian brothers, they're strong. They African brothers, they're all strong. The DRC, Namibia in the house. But this man, the Xhosa man, he's in his blood. He's a warrior. But just ending on that, Tulani, myself, Tabisa, have been overseas many times and never been supported. We go alone. So we're proud with Legacy Promotions, Devalt, SuperSport. These guys, Africa needs to be displayed. So Thanks so much to SuperSport, Sunbet. Thanks again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event for the reckoning on the 1st of May. Tools Evolution Mbenge versus Emmanuel Mugandela.
Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chopper me singing, should be on the voice. Gang, gang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' ride out. Wanna like this ain't no time out. Tell me who
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wild. You must be
the co-main event of the evening, the 1st of May, right here at the Sunbet Arena. Tools Evolution Mbenge versus Emmanuel Mugandela.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please settle down as we introduce the main event of the evening.
As the countdown begins for the historic boxing event on the 1st of May at the Sunbet Arena, Legacy Boxing Promotions presents The Reckoning. Kevin Lerena and Serhiy Radchenko will battle it out for the WBC World Crown. This is a moment where grit, determination, and power collides to bring the world a mega event in the all-on-the-line battle. Join us as we tap into the mind of Serhiy Radchenko as he carries Ukraine's hopes and aspirations.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise all the way from Croatia, Serhiy Radchenko! And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, the WBC Bridgerweight World Champion, Kevin Lerena!
If you're talking the hardest, beats better pop up in your thoughts as an artist. Talk in the market, everybody wants to know where walk in the park is. Walk in the party, sporting the money. Half of the crowds will snort in my Charlie. Shoot at the bar, time to sort the panani. Chicks looking at me like, talk to me darling. Hollering at man, winking, smiling and wanna attack man. I think these lighties loving my black gang. Everyone's suit same colour as Batman. Flipping up a quarter of brick, back 28 with a thought of a jib. Anybody thinks they can talk to my clip, well then I'm covered in red like a portion of chips. Pour me a drink, big fur jacket, that's the thoughts of a pimp. I used to be quiet, did that sort anything? So I had to run right when I bought me a ting. Walk with my things, peddling more feet. Them times there, I was licking out more green. Skip couple years, 07 the story. Now I'm
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we have that main event team. Both of them are here on stage. Fight fans, are you ready? Yeah. All right, so first of all, we're going to start with Serhiy. Serhiy, thank you so much for joining us in South Africa, right here on the continent of Africa. It's an absolute honor having you here as a boxer. Of course, you have come here with your team. To everybody else, thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute honor having you here. Let's start first with Serhiy. Serhiy, it's a beautiful card. You are now going for the title, the WBC Bridgerweight title. How are you feeling leading up to the 1st of May?
Сергію, це велика честь бачити тебе тут, в Південній Африці. Це твій бій за титул. Що ти відчуваєш перед бієм 1 травня, дуже скоро в четвер?
Вітаю всіх любителів боксу. Вітаю Південну Африку. Дякую за теплу зустріч. Я і моя команда дуже раді бути тут, а саме на поєдинку за титул чемпіона світу за версією WBC. Свято наближається.
Serhiy is very glad to be here in South Africa. We are cheering everyone here. We are waiting for this fight. Serhiy is waiting for this fight, and the celebration is coming.
Thank you so much, Serhiy. Over to the WBC Cruiserweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Lerena. Thank you so much, Kevin. You're always so calm. I don't know how you do it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us here, champ. Leading up to the 1st of May, we see you on your on the social pages. We see how active you are. It's amazing that, you know, for a champion that you let us into so much of your world. I mean, down to the ice baths. And anyone who follows Kevin will know, I think, his life down to the minute. So welcome, champ. For the very first time now, you get to see your opponent face to face. You're sitting more than less than 2 meters away from him, and the day of the reckoning is almost upon us. How do you feel right now, health-wise?
I'm in great shape. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy. You know what? Just look at this turnout. So firstly, thanks to Legacy Boxing Promotions. Thanks to all the sponsors who support Legacy Boxing Promotions. Without the sponsors that are supporting this brand, this wouldn't be possible. Thanks to the media houses, SuperSport. Thanks to Team Radchenko, Tariq, Victor, and all his team. Welcome to them. Welcome to South Africa. This is just business for me. Nothing personal. You know, Serhiy was on social media calling for the fight, and I respect that. He's a fighting man. You know, the fight could have happened in Ukraine. It's now happening in South Africa. So big respect to Serhiy Radchenko. But I'm a different beast, a different man, different animal. And you're going to see on Thursday night. This is a new Kevin. I've always been this Kevin. I've fought at the highest level against the biggest names, the biggest men. I'm just excited, and I respect Radchenko because he's the WBC silver champion. So I've had to prepare very hard in order to beat Radchenko. But beat him, I will do.
We're going to go straight to the floor and afford the champion and his challenger a few questions. So please, let's reserve these next few questions for our analysts. And yeah, you can raise your hands and ask a few questions. Yes, sir, in front.
My question goes to the promoter. I have a friend, Tommy, and he's really looking for a job as a car guard. If you could maybe help him out.
Yeah, listen, I think that conversation that came up the last time on the Aquila promotion, I think it was, the question was, I think Kevin's dealt with that one very quickly.
Next question.
All right, come on, guys. Let's take advantage of this time that we have now. We have the champ and his challenger. So, okay, yeah, one more question from the young man.
Kevin, you better knock him out.
You know what? That's always the plan. But boxing has other plans for some of us. So we're just going in there to win. At the end of the day, as long as we both make it home to our families, that's all that matters.
Yes, indeed. Spoken like a true champion. Champ, I'm going to ask you a question. What does headlining the reckoning on National Workers' Day specifically mean to you?
An absolute honor. You know, just the fact that I'm able to fight in my home country again. Obviously, my last fight was in Saudi Arabia. And then I fought at home in 2023. Prior to that, in London, in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So it's just, I'm grateful to be back at home because the South African supporters, we were going to go to Ukraine and fight Serhiy. Victor, his promoter, was going to put up a big show there, but then we were offered a fight against Radchenko, so we had to delay on this fight with Radchenko. So, you know what, respect to these guys too, because they've been very willing to make the fights happen. Team Radchenko and Victor from Global Ukrainian Promotions have been trying to make this fight happen. And obviously there's been a lot of things, you know, we also thinking, what's next? What's the best step for me? Richard Riakpo at heavyweight, then there was Lawrence Okoli, then we were going to Ukraine, and with what's happening, Ukraine's in tough times at the moment. So, you know, for us to go there was a lot of variables that came into play. But now the fight's happening here at home. So thanks to Team Radchenko, Victor and Tariq and them for making this happen in Legacy. But what does it mean to me? Just to fight at home in front of the Lerena army is an absolute honor. And I always, you know, I'm very proudly South African. So when I travel abroad and I fight, I'm proudly South African. The WBC Green and Gold, I won this interim world title in November 2023 against Gashi. We were then meant to fight Lawrence Okoli. He vacated, so I was elevated. So effectively, in my mind, this is my world title fight. I don't look past Serhiy Radchenko because he's a very credible opponent. I think he's a very good boxer. I've watched him a lot. You know, they've obviously formulated a game plan for me, but I got a game plan for him because I believe he's a very good boxer. When I take care of business on the 1st of May, then I'll see what's next. But for now, 1st of May is a working day for me. I got a job to do, and it's a job on Serhiy Radchenko.
All right, so champ, we'll make sure that we don't excuse the pun. The champ is going to work on Workers' Day. All right, we have another question from the floor before we go to a COO.
Good afternoon. My question, KB Murishani from Sax FM. My question is for Mr. Radchenko. As you can hear, there seems to be a great amount of support for the champion. Do you feel any hostility being here right now, and how are you looking to handle the hostility if you're feeling any?
Сергій, чи ти відчуваєш, що тебе ради бачити тут в Південній Африці, і твої думки щодо того, як люди тебе раді бачити тут, як вони тебе вітають тут в Південній Африці?
Дякую за запитання. Люди Південної Африки дуже привітливі, вічливі. Це нам до вподоби. Ми раді бути вперше в Південній Африці і такому знайомству з новими друзями з боксу та новими людьми.
Thank you for the question. Serhiy says that people here in South Africa, they are very hostile. We are glad to see them. We are glad to meet them. We feel this hostility, so we want to say thank you for South African people for all of this.
Я думаю, що людям Південної Африки ще цікавіше дивитися цей бій, тому що опонент приїхав зовсім з іншого континенту. І щоб доїхати до Південної Африки, нам знадобилось майже тиждень їхати та летіти.
It would be even more interesting to see this fight because Serhiy left other continent to be here. He spent 1 week to travel from home to South Africa. So it's really interesting.
Just a follow-up question. Your president was here last week to meet with the president of South Africa. I just wanted to ask, what's your relationship with him?
Питання таке. Президент України був тут буквально декілька днів тому. Яке твоє відношення до президента? Можливо, є якийсь зв'язок з президентом України?
Можливо, він приїжджав подивитися, як готують арену. Не знаю точно. У нас був підготовчий табір, тому ми займалися своїми справами.
Serhiy had preparation camp, preparation process. So maybe President came to South Africa just to see how everything is prepared.
Very good answer over there. All right, we have 2 more questions lined up. COO of Boxing South Africa, Ndadin Dlanganiso, please, let's get a mic over there to him so he may address either the champion or the challenger. Just raise your hand there, please, sir.
Thank you. First, I want to welcome Radchenko team to South Africa. Thank you very much for coming. This is big for us. Noting very well the relations, you know, as that question that Ukraine and South Africa, there are some good relations there. Thank you for coming. To Kevin, this is big. First promotion, legacy, first tournament, WBC. Bridge a weight, a new weight. You know, everything is new. First. What is it that you can say to the upcoming boxers for them to reach the level that you've reached now? Knowing your passion about development of other boxers. Now that this is happening on the 1st of May, what is the message that you can give to the young upcoming boys and girls? What is it that they can do to make sure that they reach that level that you have reached? Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Hlanganiso, our CEO. I think, you know, a lot of people have answered this question and, you know, you sound like a broken record. I think the most important thing, it starts with the dream, as cliche as it sounds. If you want to do something and you truly want to do it and you believe you can do it, start. That's the first step. The second step is surround yourself with a good team, a good trainer, good friends. The biggest thing in boxing is who you surround yourself with. If you have a good team around you and you keep your circle small, all the hanger-oners will stay away. You ignore the noise and focus on the job at hand. If you truly want to be a champion, you got to work like a complete underdog and have the mentality, I'm the B side, I want to be the A side. And that's always been my mentality. I've always worked. You know, working hard's a relative term because you can, everybody at the top works hard, right? Everybody. So nobody can say he works hard, everybody at the top works hard. Everybody at the top's got good trainers that hone your skill. What more are you doing? Are you disciplined? What's your story? What do you believe in? So that's my things that I can tell kids. I can sit here forever and I don't want to bore anybody. But what do you believe in? Surround yourself with a good team, with good friends, people that don't bring you down or influence you negatively, and just focus on what you want to do because you never know where it's going to take you. I remember being that 18-year-old boy when I turned pro. People said, he's not going to make it. Just a strong guy, played a bit of rugby. Nah, Peter, he's not going to make it. Well, we've made it and we surpassed making it. We're looking to make history and create a legacy. So don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do it. At the end of the day, it's up to you.
All right, Hayden, one last question from you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Kevin, obviously this is going to be a massive occasion for you. You're going to be defending your world championship. It's important that you look great in this fight as well, isn't it? Because you mentioned some of the big names around the world that you want to be competing with. So what sort of performance are we expecting out of you in this one?
You know what, Hayes? I think, you know, every fight you deal with something, right? And my last fight, unfortunately, had to deal with a little bit of emotional turmoil. But you're seeing a starved man in the ring on Thursday night. People have been messing with my bread and butter for my children. I haven't fought for a year. They've taken that off my table. And yes, I've been able to sustain and carry myself because I've had big fights and fought at the highest level. But inactivity is a killer. So you're seeing a well-oiled machine going into the ring on Thursday night who's hungry because I know what lay ahead. And I don't think about what lays ahead. I'm thinking about Serhiy Radchenko. When I wake up, Serhiy Radchenko. That's the man I'm fighting. When I go to bed, what am I going to do to beat Serhiy Radchenko? Everything else means nothing. The 1st of May, that's my job, that's my assignment, that's my task. I wouldn't say messed around because some fights have fallen through, but I've been starved of fighting. And in my mentality, that's how my children eat. So come 1 May, no one's taking food off my table.
Devalt, the War of Words is almost at an end right now. We've had the 12 bout fighters show up. Now we're looking forward to the press conference. I beg your pardon, the weigh-in that's going to be happening right here at the Times Square Casino as well in just 2 days from now. So please do take down the date. Would you like to just say one final thing to close up?
Yeah, listen, I think what an incredible opportunity it is, not only to have the WBC hosted and defended for the first time in South African history on our soil. It's a tremendous honor for us, but it's also an incredible honor to host the Ukrainians here. We're also a nation that has come from a lot of struggles, and through our diversity, we have found that way where we have become really good hosts, and we want to show you only the best of our hospitality. We also only want to treat you well and create a relationship internationally, both between the countries. You come from such an incredible lineage of fighters in Ukraine. You guys have produced some of the best and the best boxers in the world. It's an honor for us to have you here, and and as our guest, we feel very, very privileged. So I'd ask you a question just in a moment, but other than that, for us, the WBC is an incredibly great organization. We've been treated so well by them, supported so well by the WBC. We would just want to send out also to President Suleiman. It's been amazing, represented by Dr. Katane here as a fight supervisor. Protocol observed, guys. These guys have come out. They are a legitimate organization, and it's happening in South Africa, which is extraordinary, Kev. I mean, how beautiful it is. I mean, you know, Pete, just from that point of view, I'd love to bounce to you for a minute. Just express to us for 5 minutes what this means for you from your career. You've developed some of the best boxers that the country has seen. You and Kevin's walked in a tremendous way, or a tremendous road through ups and downs, but always growing and always progressing. And I think just from you, from that point of view, seeing that journey first out, take us through that for a minute and just express that journey as best you can.
Thanks, Devalt. Yeah, just, you know, to learn a few things, you know, in the sport, it's always a challenge, you know, and you're always marked by your performance. Every session, you know, my words I echo to all my fighters, and Kev and I, when we were going from the beginning, was, Kev, you just keep winning. That's all you have to do. You work hard and you just keep winning. And guys, there's not a problem with losing. It's how you come back and how you lose. You know, like, you know, going back, I just want to step one. Some people say, you know, Kevin, I've got a vision and a plan. You know, we getting knocked on our doors. That's why we get a lot of holdbacks on the fights, because some people are saying, no, we're inactive, yes, for a year, but that's sometimes a fighter's career. It happened with Eubank and Connor. You know, they had their whole things with period of time they've been off, but the whole vision, the plan is, you know, we were gonna go to the Ukraine to take this fight, and I just watched Rocky 5, and I said, no deal, you know. And I saw Rocky running in the snow. I said, these guys are in minus 40 degrees. But anyway, that's just the joke. But the story was we were actually going to go to Ukraine. And obviously our plan is, you know, the Ukrainian fighters are amongst the elite in the world. Pound for pound, Usyk, greatest, to my books, greatest of all time. Lerena, greatest, they're unbelievable. And a B and C grade fighter is a contender and a champion. So their levels are high. So we're stepping up, knowing that we're in a huge, huge fight, guys. We know what the Ukrainians bring. They bring world-class fighting. And, you know, we got a game plan. You know, Kev and I, we slipped in the UK. It was with Dubois. I said it was the water on the canvas. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get back to where we were. And we are there now. So Radchenko and his team, we respect you. We love you guys for coming out, showing up, and putting it in our back garden, because we were going to go to your back garden. But, you know, the champ deserves it here in South Africa, as he's been flying around the world. So for us, we want to use this opportunity, and obviously there's going to be a winner. Our goal and vision is to get back on the bigger scales, and the offers are there. Kevin and I are getting called. Even yesterday, we had a big call, you know, on a great opportunity after this fight. But we have to look now where we are right now, and we have to do a spectacular job. And we want to do it in front of our people.
Yeah, and how great has it been? And it's almost like the stars that aligned. I remember Sean and I came out of one of our strat sessions with the Sunbet team, and we were putting up the reckoning. We were starting to plan the reckoning, and we walked out and we seen Radchenko and them confirmed in, I think, in Saudi or somewhere. There were fights, and it took a few minutes. The next moment, Sean and I was on the line with Pete and Kev, and this fight's happened. So maybe this is also part of the journey. It's part of your story now, Kev. It's on the journey road, the path for you. It's something that is an important milestone for you to do as well. This is an opportunity where you're fighting the silver champ. So this is an incredibly important fight for you.
Very. Every fight is important, but each fight has a certain and different element of importance. Serhiy Radchenko, when he won the silver belt, he wanted to challenge for the gold, and he put it on social media, hey, let's get this fight on. And I respect that, because this is what boxing is about, and he wants to fight me. That's what warriors do. We are warriors. At the end of the day, when we step through those ropes, you've got to respect the man, because he wants to fight you, and he wants to take what's yours. So the fight was made truly because, I must be honest with you, I didn't follow much of the division. So when Serhiy Radchenko was calling me out on social media, I had a look and I said to Peter, Serhiy's the WBC silver champion. You know, we're getting these heavyweight fights, but we don't really want them because they're not, number one, in terms of the money we want for them. But, you know, Radchenko's a good fighter. He's a silver champion. But where are we going to do the fights? And at the given time, we didn't have a solid promoter, meaning that we didn't have a promoter promoting us. So we kind of were free agents. We still are free agents. We are signed to nobody. But that comes with a great responsibility and risk, because you got to pick your fights right, in the sense of, we got a call last night, a massive heavyweight fight. I told the guy on the phone, and Peter told him, we're not worried right now. I'm focused on Serhiy Radchenko. Nothing else matters. Thank you very much. On Thursday night, I need to focus on Serhiy. I'm taking a week off after that, and then we'll give you a call. That's how serious I am. At the end of the day, Serhiy was calling me out. He wanted to fight me. And we're here now. We're going to fight. And at the end of the day, I will be victorious, because I've worked hard, and I got the skills that pay the bills, and I'm ready.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously we're good mates, and our boxing journey had really, you know, that's where I kindled with the Smith brothers and Riyadh season many months ago. But I think, you know, Kev, from our side, you know, and I love and respect the Ukrainian team. We got to be a little bit biased here. We love our South African Kevin Lerena, the blue-eyed boy of South African boxing. It's important, so important for the South African sport at the moment, that custodians of the sport, true professionals like Kevin and his team, Tulani and the guys, really show the way and path, and show the path for the future fighters. And look, no one does more for their sponsors than you. You're an absolute beast when it comes to marketing yourself and social media. It's really amazing. We couldn't be prouder of you, not only for what you've achieved in your own right, but also what you've done with Aquila Boxing Promotions and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing of doing, and we can't wait to do some collab. I'm going to ask him one last question, but maybe you can answer to the end. Will this be the last time, or are there still opportunities that you'll fight in South Africa? But before you answer that, maybe, what we want to do from the Ukrainian team, it's been a very tricky journey to get into South Africa. Obviously, with the current situation with Ukraine, obviously traveling from camp, getting out of camp, into Warsaw in Poland to get visas for South Africa, the embassy. We have been in conversation with the embassy. They've responded very well. You guys had to disrupt camp, go from Warsaw back to Ukraine, and then fly into South Africa, part of that journey, and then to restart that camp. So I remember when we had done the initial interviews and stuff, there were one or two nuances, but we eager to find out just what was the preparations for you guys like in terms of that leading up to this point.
До питання таке, це був довгий шлях, було складно отримати візи, подорожувати з України до Варшави і потім до Південної Африки. І наскільки в цих умовах складно було тренуватися Сергію, знайти шляхи для правильного тренування?
Я вітаю всіх, хто сюди прийшов. Дякую за те, що дуже гарно нас зустріли. Дуже дружелюбний народ, южноафриканці, дуже-дуже. Ми не приїхали сюди Ми не будемо тут зараз жалітися, там, тяжко їхати, тяжко не їхати. Це спорт, це великий спорт. Ми приїхали сюди вигравати, ми приїхали показати і дати бій Кевіну. І дай Бог за все хвала Всевишньому. Тільки завдяки, благодаря його допомозі ми зараз знаходимося тут і маємо таку можливість битися за титул чемпіона світу. Побачимо, виграє найсильніший. Дай Боже, Серхій. Я надіюсь, що цей бій виграє Серхій, тому що він дуже гарно підготувався. І побачимо. Мої вітання всім тим, хто прийде і побачить цей гарний, дуже класний бій на дуже високому рівні. І ще я хочу передати українцям, Україні. В нас зараз дуже тяжкі часи в Україні. Ми цей бій, це свято хочемо присвятити для всіх українців, для воїнів, для матерів всій Україні. Слава Богу за все. Виграє найсильніший.
It was difficult way indeed, but we are here not to complain, not to seem miserable. We are here to be to win, to win this fight, and Serhiy is well prepared for this fight. And thanks to God for everything, for being here, for being prepared, for being ready for this fight. And one important thing, we. Serhiy and the team of Serhiy want to dedicate this fight and hopefully this victory to Ukrainian people. We want to dedicate this fight for Ukrainian fighters, for Ukrainian mothers, and for all Ukrainian people who enjoy box and who gonna enjoy this night of box. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we're going to have just one more question from the floor. Yes, just one more question, please, as we close up.
My question is also to Serhiy. We in South Africa knows everything about the patriotism and cohesion that sport can bring. And seeing the situation in your country, we see it in other sports, in tennis. We know how your people love boxing, from the Klitschko brothers and Alexander Usyk and all those guys. How much is this opportunity for you to bring that cohesion and patriotism and maybe just a bit of joy to your own people?
Ми бачимо, що українські люди люблять бокс, що українські люди гарні в боксі, починаючи з братів Кличко. Як ти розглядаєш цей бій тут? Чи це є для тебе актом принесення радості для українських людей бачити тебе тут і боротися тут за пояс?
Дякую за запитання. Так, Україна виховує вже на протязі багатьох років класних боксерів всесвітнього гатунку, які стають чемпіонами світу. І на сьогоднішній день Україна має 14 боксерів чемпіонів світу. І, звичайно, я хочу стати 15-м чемпіоном світу. Це важливо для України, а з урахуванням того, що зараз ведеться повномасштабна війна зі сторони агресора, кожна перемога кожного українця дуже важлива. Тому ми приїхали сюди за перемогою і, дай Бог, ми переможемо.
Thank you for the question. Indeed, Ukraine raise good boxers, world-class boxers. For now, we have 14 world champions, and Serhiy hopes to be number 15 in this list. And it's really important for us to bring this victory to Ukraine, to Ukrainian people, because we have a difficult time. And still, we hope to dedicate this victory to Ukraine, to its people, to its fighters. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. All right, let's have our face-off finally between Kevin, Lerena, and Serhiy Radchenko.
Tick, tick, boom. Bring the noise. Baby, we bringing the toys.
All right. So the challenger wants to say one more thing to address us before we have face-off.
Ви так швидко закінчили розмову. Я хотів відповісти Кевіну Лореною.
The conversation was quite short, but Serhiy would like to give answer to Mr. Lerena.
Я за Кевіном Лореною дивлюсь дуже давно, коли він ще боксував у крузервейті. Я знаю, що він семикратний чемпіон світу.
I'm following for Mr. Lerena for so long. I know he's seven times champion.
Я дуже поважаю його за ці досягнення, а також дуже поважаю за його прийняття рішення на мій виклик битися за пояс чемпіона світу.
I respect him so much. I respect him for accepting this challenge to fight with me.
Він був семикратний вже чемпіон світу. Я ще не був жодного разу, тому я думаю, він розуміє, що естафету треба передати далі.
It's going to be my first time to be world champion, so I think it's time to deliver this title to me.
Let's go.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Serhiy Radchenko versus Kevin Lerena.
Bring the noise. Baby, we bringing the toys. Separate me from the boys. Chop up the singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you right here at the Sunbet Arena on the first of May, right here at the Holy Club Boxing, the Times Square Casino.
We be disturbing the peace.
Please make sure to get your tickets and catch us live on SuperSport, the World of Champions. Once again, Serhiy Radchenko versus Kevin Two Guns Lerena.
I won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one is we be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon'
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, catch us right here at the Sunbet Arena on the 1st of May for this WBC Bridgerweight title defense bout between Serhiy Radchenko and Kevin Two Guns Lerena.
we be disturbing the peace. Working